直接一个摇大。看一下露娜的一个位置状态非常的惨，凯本人想要跟服，这一个红段罩不住了，露娜也倒下。
哎，走过去，
先手羊，
先卖个盾，但是他 BKB 好像有直接解了一下。哎，VT 攻了使者没开出 BKB，被决斗，完了，末时要被秒。
双
锤，两个锤，小歪怎么说？决斗，
双决斗，
没开出 BKB，好像要被秒。
箭射2个一起死 ，double kill。
小鹿是被小是直接秒了，小歪上来的话。
也是被2刀直接秒掉，
在3个大汉面前有点尴尬，他没有 BKB 的。
巨魔战将开大狂撸，
微光是看不见死问了，现在继续给输出，加了一个魔晶有攻速的，硬追吗？来吧，有 V 吗？还差一下，
没有回头路了，也是一波单杀，但是 TA 赶了过来，一个陷阱减速捡到。
火女下个 P 好像快好了，有点危险，跟3号位1换1的话。 看一下，
菲菲还在苟着，还
是别交 TP 的吧，交 TP 的话容易 TP 死。
单打王，
能不能换掉？
漂亮，这就是战神菲菲，接火水接天火，没砸到，
但是还差，虚空给大，反手想杀火女下来，再接一个 T， 虚空疯狂的输出，接球波，交了个大还是死了。这边虚空大2个，大3个，谁有大想救一下卡，蓝直接被决斗。 但是这样的话没有输出能杀虚空了呀，放大吗？这样有机会。
大天火敌逼，这3连
再蹦出来，蓝买活到真是没，这回是真没输出，技能交了好多了。
萧瑟还是没危险，军团还是在给 T。
看这波 IG 要溃败了，要团灭。
这波 IG 已经所有技能全没了，输大法了这一波。
这波打完都有点想记了，说实话。
是的，这
买活死，
有买活死的，而且还有就是。
请天辉方禁用英雄。巨魔战将。请夜眼方禁用英雄。请天辉方禁用英雄。
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Party PD, your caster for at least right now. I'm your play-by-play caster, Party PD. As you can see, to the left of me, there is nobody here. Ooh, spooky stuff. That is correct. Neff is currently in NA, and I believe the co-caster that was going to be slotted with me is not here. But that doesn't mean jack, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got more C and DPC lower division Dota 2 lined up for you here tonight. It's going to be Aster Aries versus Demon Slayers, and then Extreme versus Dragon. Demon Slayers currently are 0-4 as well as Dragon. However, if Dragon take a game off of Extreme tonight, they will be tied with Extreme Gaming as a result. Whereas Demon Slayers will need to win this game versus the Aster Aries series to be in that same possible tying position. Aster Aries currently, with a 2-2 at the moment, would love to have the win themselves to be in a multiple-way tie with Team Magma. But if they lose, they will be 2-3, which if Extreme then take their series after this series, then they will be tied with Extreme. A lot of possible things that could happen from this, but we're just going to go right back into the draft here. As you can see, it is already underway, and I mean, lo and behold, everybody kind of knows that this line is going to be the first pick support. Almost every region is taking it. It is not a big surprise to see the line right off the get-go. Overall here. It was funny too because I was doing some research on both of these teams, figuring out like, oh, what are their favorite drafts, what are their favorite picks, etc. Grimstroke was way up there, but Grimstroke is also another hero that's doing really good in this laning patch, more or less. Or not laning patch, laning phase, but it's also a good hero against the Broodmother, which you see is the second pick from Aster Aries. So, yeah, that is what's going on for that opening pickup here. And the response, I believe, was the Troll. So it looks like they're banning out a lot of heroes that are still really good against this Broodmother second pick. And now they pick up the Mars, which is another hero that the CN region really values overall. That this is the one of their go-to off-laning heroes. It's a the very scary overall, I'd say, at the end of the day here. But yeah, this hero is going to be another good combo with the Broodmother, because now that Broodmother spawn spiderlings are her ult, it basically means while there's a big old arena up, if Broodmother is in that arena, there's going to be a lot of fighting going on there, and I do not think Skywrath is the ideal answer here. Skywrath's silence doesn't really do too much. The next closest thing you really have is if you actually end up building the Rod of Atos build, but I have seen that Skywrath has been coming back into this patch as the position 4 or position 5, depending on which way you like to play him. Especially with the Aghanim Shard change, which gives him armor and more intel every time he casts a spell. Of course, as a position 4, that doesn't really mean too much. But, you know, it's a good little extra bit if that's the free Aghanim's blessing, or an Aghanim Shard, pardon, that comes off of the free Roshan. But I'm still going back to this this Broodmother pick. Like, so far, there's not really too much that could still counter this Broodmother. Like, the closest thing, I guess, is you have Concussive Shot that comes from Skywrath W, but, like, that's not a lot of damage. This is a perfect answer, though. This is 100% the best answer for this Broodmother that they have available for them at the moment. You got the big, overwhelming odds that usually annihilates the Broodmother pack within literal seconds. I believe, I don't know which camera this is. I don't see any logos, but I was going to say, if this is Aster, I imagine they're like, oh man, we didn't even think about this Legion Commander, because you can see they banned they banned Tiny, which is heavy AoE damage. They banned the Magnus, which is cleave damage. That goes well with the Troll anyway. And then they banned the Tidehunter, which is one of the more durable heroes that can go up against a Broodmother. Because, you know, they can just smash them with Anchor Smash, and that removes all of, basically, the Spiderling's damage at the end of the day. But this Legion Commander pick is just so good. It's actually such a clean pick for them overall, because on top of that, if you end up getting skewered by the Spear of Mars that comes from Mars, which is the name of the ability, Spear of Mars, you can dispel it. So, like, that's the other big thing, too, is that you have a lot of dispels for a lot of these stuns you already see on the side of Aster Aries. However, Demon Slayers are still lacking in a reliable form of said stun. The closest thing you got is the stomp, and you need setup for that. And there's no real big setup, actually. Like, you're looking at Demon Slayer's lineup right now, they have no setup here. The closest thing they really have is the eventual Blink Dagger or Shadow Blade Legion Commander. And even then, that's not exactly the most reliable form of setup or initiation, more or less. It's kind of just there. There's not really much you can really do with that. But looking at the rest of the picks here, it looks like Aster need a safe lane, I believe, because the mid Broodmother is usually the way to go now. This could be an off-lane Brood even, and a mid Mars. We've been seeing a lot of mid Mars recently, but I think with the Ember Spirit last pick here, likely not going to be a mid Mars. But it's also another hero that is good against the Broodmother. Not so much of the Searing Chains and Sleight of Fist, but of course you got the Flame Shield that's going to end up burning down all the creeps. That'll be kind of ripping in there as much as possible there. That's really the next closest thing I could see with this Ember Spirit pick. It is good damage actually against the support lines of Aster Aries. We've talked about this a lot throughout the CN region, is that they like to pick heroes that can jump these supports fairly easily. Ember Spirit is definitely one of those. You got the Ember Remnant Bomb jump in the back lines, and you usually can remove Lion's or AA's HP down to at least 50% with one good Remnant Bomb. Of course, then you're using Remnant Bomb to kill supports and not the Broodmother army. So that's the other thing too, that Demon Slayers will have to find out what exactly they want to use to kind of get that catch. But it's another good answer to the Brood. It's another good answer to the AA. It's another good answer to this Mars potentiality in the future. Only downside is that the Mars can really just burst down this Ember Spirit if it gets too crazy for them. That being said, Demon Slayers do still have their last pick, and they do have the elements of surprise, more or less, because they could put this Broodmother anywhere. They could be, it could be a mid Brood, it could be a safe Brood. I don't think it'll be offlane because you have the Mars. Especially since Mars, well no, because Mars isn't the greatest against Troll actually very early, but you could still do it anyway. It's not like the Troll is actually your biggest concern in this game at the very beginning for Aster. The very beginning for Aster is whether or not Legion Commander is going to press Q on all of the armies of Broodmother. That's really about it. And I want to think that this last pick is going to be trying to be something that'll also be the Protect 1, but it's not. It's going to be the safe lane Ursa. Or it could be an offlane Ursa too. I've been seeing that too. There's a lot of possible things this Ursa could be, but likely going to be the safe lane Ursa, meaning it's going to be a mid Brood and possibly a I don't know. It could either be a mid Brood, it could be a mid Mars. It cannot be a mid Ursa though. God, it's so weird just to see nobody over there. It's just me. It's funny because I combed my hair and made it look super nice and everything, but it's just me. Oh. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the draft is over. Yeah, it is definitely something crazy. The NA game is over. Oh boy. We'll have to grab Neff as soon as humanly possible. They're on post game. That's great. Thank God. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 1, and this is still very important for both teams. On top of this, the biggest part about it is that Aster, Aries, and Demon Slayers both really need the win, but they don't really... Actually, I was going to word that terribly. I was going to say the worst and the best at the same time, but it's at that point in time where you kind of really want the... you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose games this late into the season. We're like 1 week left within the CN DPC lower div. And you're looking at the top 2 right now, and you see that one of them is 5-1, I believe, and the other is 6-0. I have the scores actually up here right now. 5-0, pardon, but they're 10-2, but Phoenix is 5-0 and LBZS is 4-1. So it's all very possible for them to make a sort of comeback at the end of the day still. But all the teams need to start picking it up. I'm only saying this because I'm looking at the score, and Demon Slayers are 0-4 in comparison to Aster Aries, who are 2-2 at the moment. So there's that little tidbit to worry about at the end of the day. But I really want to figure out where these lanes are going. But it looks like they might be taking a little bit to get into the lobby. I believe one of our guys did say that there was something. But yeah, Demon Slayers are not in a great position. That being said, Dragon aren't in the same scenario either. Because I'm looking at their score. Dragon is 0-4 as well, and their lineup currently is not exactly great either. They're going to be going up against Extreme, who are 1-3, who would also want the win. I am currently a solo cast, and I don't know when that'll change. But yeah, we're going to see when everything we're going to see how it goes. Basically, Broodmother still second pick is like the craziest thing that kind of went down there, which I guess is why I understand the pick. I'd say, yeah, I'd say that's probably why they ended up going for that last ban. Yeah, it looks like a player did disconnect for some reason here, so we'll just be a quick minute, but I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I imagine it's going to be literally a quick minute. This will, however, give us more time to talk about the second pick Broodmother, which it's still an overall interesting one, I'd say. Because usually when you see a Broodmother, it's your 4 or 5, your 4th or 5th pick. You like surprise people with your 5th pick. But at the same time, it's an interesting pick at the end of the day. Oh, it looks like we are getting into it. Ah, there you go. I love it. Good job, Guest Demori. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the game, so let's go ahead and jump into our in-game scene with our big Phoenix Bird jumping into the way here. And it looks like we have our lanes. Got the Ursa hovering near the bot lane, likely to be the safe lane hero as per usual. And then possibly the mid to either off lane Broodmother, as we see she is sort of stacking up to the top lane at the moment. And the Ursa is going to be up against this Legion Commander. That's literally where this Ursa's job in life is going to exist. Is wherever this Legion Commander is, the Ursa has to be there. Because that's one of the other good heroes that's really good against this Legion Commander very early. You cannot purge the Fury Swipes. So that's the biggest advantage that they have really to their advantage. Which means this is a mid-Mars then. Yeah, so I'm not terribly surprised about this. It's going to be a mid-Mars over the potentiality of the mid-Brood. Because, again, the Ember Spirit really can't be anywhere else. You could technically run offlane Ember, which what looks like that could be a possibility, as you see Ember is currently waiting out the aggressive rune. But at the same time, you already see Ulu walking in there and might be in trouble here, actually. They do have a concussive shot, but we do see a little bit of a little fight going up here on the top, but nothing too crazy so far. Just 2 concussive shots out from the Skywrath very early into this game. But it looks like the lanes will square up. It'll be the mid-Ember Spirit versus the mid-Mars. So not terribly surprised, as the Mars is still going to be a very durable hero in this lane. Which also will then force... You could already see, actually already spec the Flame Shield too. So we're going to have the Ember Spirit be a little bit behind in that department, because you would like to see him go... Actually, no, not really Slide Fist either, though. I believe Shield is still the way to go at level 1. But yeah, here we see our lanes right now. It's going to be AA in the bot lane, another good hero that's very good against this Legion Commander very early. Not really much you could really do to contest the damage that comes out from an AA. The closest thing you have is really just being able to heal yourself. And then in the top lane, it is going to be the Broodmother versus... I almost called her Broodmaster. I saw a Brewmaster game at one point in time. That's kind of what confused me. But still, this is going to be Brood and Lion up in the top lane. Lion, one of, I believe, the most picked and most banned supports in this patch right now. Yuna does need to help him out here, though. This sold out is going to be whacking on him. That's the biggest disadvantage that the Broodmother has in this lane right now, is that there's a lot of damage that can come from Elder Titan just throwing out a spirit and grabbing literally all the damage humanly possible. So that's the biggest concern, I'd say, is that if Elder Titan wanted to go core, it's entirely possible. Because he could just get BKB and then eventually get the Elder Spirit damage. This is me doing my theory crafting, by the way. Favorite segment. Literally my most favorite segment of Dota 2 is when I theory craft everything. But yeah, you just go core Elder Titan, you know? You do it in your pubs, you could do it in here, no problem. Any day of the week. But these are pro players. They're likely not going to do anything crazy like that one. Well, let's see. Runes being contested. It's actually going to be a little bit of a tussle here in the mid. But the bottles are there. Bot lane, though, looks like Siamese will be going down here. It's a very good early trade for this off lane. You want your off lane to be capitalizing this well. And Ulu actually going in for that range deny. He might be putting himself in danger here, but he turns and gets the kill, but will likely fall as a result. Rive, he finds it with the concussive, and he will find the return. 2 for 1 for the Skywrath, actually. I believe he's the one who claimed the first one as well, so a double kill for him. And you do not want to be trading lives here. However, it looks like Rise might be in a little bit of trouble. Cold Feet time, though, will be fine. Skywrath's got a lot of base movement speed at 325. He'll be able to walk that off, no problem. Okay. Good news, ladies and gentlemen. Good news, everybody. We called Neff. He's here.
You asked for the best arrives. Or the hero always arrives late, something like that. Aster, Aries versus Demon Slayer, Pete. I'm excited to be part of this.
Now, I don't know which percentage of the draft you did manage to catch, but at the end of the day,
0.
NA
literally just ended.
I know. I said that's what I was getting told in chat. Guess I'm already keeping me checked up here. But it was a second pick Brood with an opening line pick.
All right. Broodmother making it through. This hero is very busted. Not nerfed nearly enough in some of these more recent nerfs. I think you might have seen it. Uncapped movement speed with the Agnum Scepter was removed. But they were actually talking about this in the panel for North America today. Is the hero feels incredibly strong because it doesn't really fall off towards the late game. You build up an army of spiders a lot quicker with multiple points in your ultimate. That's how they reworked the hero. So.
Yeah,
the Fluffy Hat pickup is interesting. I guess he's just worried about surviving some of this burst damage here in the top lane.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of trading that happened very early into the game here. These kills are not vindicative of the Broodmother itself. It was all in the bot lane, but after getting hit by Elder Titan, at least 3 total right clicks, it's definitely he bought that right off the get-go. But it could just be leading into the Corrosion Orb as well. That is a hero that would end up taking it, I believe.
Orb Corrosion, yeah. Just like the extra slow, being able to run people down. You don't have the old slow that you used to. It's harder to get kills.
Ulu.
Yeah.
He's trying to go for an aggressive kill again here, but with no attack speed, he's just gonna get picked off by picked off by Rise. But I mean, you don't want to be making these trades more or less as your. I mean, I guess this isn't really the. I guess this isn't really like the Ursa game. Like, they're putting everything, I guess, more in the eggs of the Broodmother at the end of the day. And the Ursa, not really so much.
Brood basket? The spider basket.
More or less. I mean...
The spiderling. That's not a very pleasant basket.
Plus, yeah, I'd probably ask you to return that to the sender after I got that in the mail. Just a basket of spiders. Top lane, there's going to be a
he's
hex.
Getting the spider basket here on Darley.
Well, they do manage to find a good Echo Stomp for the time being. Hold him off, but did force the rotation, which did make it to where the pull didn't happen. I think they might have been checking runes too, but it's at 15 seconds. I keep on forgetting it's at 3, 6, 9, 12,
yeah, you got to do
15.
math now. It's not quite as easy as it used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what else I gotta do?
What do you got to do?
I was going to try to find a way to put your camera in, but I don't think right now is a very good time.
That's because I don't have my camera on just yet.
Well,
I'm actually still in my North American outfit. I'm wearing a jean jacket. I took off my cowboy hat when I switched over to China.
Okay. Though. I'm gonna do this real quick. Thank God for
the old
studio
Canadian
mode.
tuxedo.
Yeah.
I'll just take over with the play-by-play casting while you do that.
Let me
be easy.
pop you out here.
Yeah, real-time solutions we got here in the CN DPC.
I mean, to be fair, I was kind of expecting...
Mid lane. Drops a spear into the arena wall and drops very low. He might just go down. Buys himself a little bit of time, dropping that Sleight of Fist, and he ends up getting away there on the Ember Spear. Didn't see that he had that Remnant down. So gets away, bottles himself a Bounty Rune, and bottles his HP back up again. So some decent harass they did to him there. Forced him out of lane.
Almost done. Wasn't really expecting this last minute transaction here.
Switching of casters.
Yeah, it wasn't expected.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah. Well, Pete's got the real-time solutions though. The man can adapt to anything. Host, analyst, desk guy, interview guy. He's got it all.
Weird. Why can't I get your camera? Oh, because it's defined as null? That is so stupid.
Yeah, that's me. They call me Null Boy Neff.
F the null, man.
Bottom lane. And try to commit onto Ulu here. Ulu wants to stand his ground though. He's got his ultimate, so Puppet's damage to him is going to be a little bit difficult. Decided to walk away, think better of it. They could turn that one back around a lot. Actually, doesn't pop his ultimate there. So he's got it ready.
There we go. It's ready to go when we go back. Everybody, please give a round of applause to Neff for coming in at the last minute of NA to come in and do CNN.
No need to thank me. I'm just a modern day hero.
Man.
Find himself a faded brooch here on the Ember Spirit. Nice grab. Always feels pretty good to have a higher mana cap.
Especially in this game where you're going to be spamming that flame shield so often just so you could kill these spiderlings. But I believe it's more on Long G this game to end up killing off these spiderlings. That being said, he's only one in the overwhelming. I have not seen... Okay, I know you just cast at NA, but have you seen Broodmother in NA at all?
I have not. I was working last night, so I was asleep today. I really wasn't expecting to do a bunch of series in a row.
Well, I really hope you don't have to work in like 20 minutes.
No, it will be fine. Don't worry about it.
The hero of CNNNA.
Yeah. Smoked up. Potentially looking for a kill here onto the Broodmother. Not easy to find. Never really easy to get the slight chains off onto the Broodmother. A lot of time it's going to hit the Spiderling army. So chasing him down, not easy.
In reality, the closest thing you're going to get from this is Darley just being able to find a route onto them. Looks like they're at least going to throw the Spiderlings out to the wall here. Darley does see where they're going, though. But he's got to let him go. He's actually going to go for the Maelstrom build.
Yep. Mid lane.
Battle Fury. And Una's going to be in trouble here. The concussive shot goes out. They will find the kill. Not much you could really do about that one. Lion, I believe, doing some aggressive warding. As you see, the ward is in the mid. Likely to get dewarded immediately as the Elder Titan is hovering it. Yep, there it is. It is gone. Back up in the top lane, though, the Broodmother still being relatively uncontested. This is their biggest concern this game, is that it is a second pick Brood, so you did pick counters to the hero. The problem being, those counters need a little bit of time to come online, especially since we're not going for the Battle Fury build, which is this very standard thing to do as a troll when you're trying to farm, because Battle Fury takes a long time to get. And if you went for this Battle Fury, you would not have enough steam to really push the game till you have that timer down. In the bot lane, though, AA Blast goes through the arena as well. Looks like a pretty dead Ember Spirit there.
A nice find. Couldn't remnant his way out of that one, unfortunately. Got a number of heroes down here on both teams. It was a catapult wave, so I imagine on Demon Slayers you really want to push off of this one. You've got Broodmother threatening your top tier 2, though. Bit of an issue.
This is the biggest annoyance.
I mean, it's not even a 1k gold advantage. Kills, very even, slightly favoring Demon Slayer, but they're playing so far on the Demon Slayer side of the map right now. Because of that, it feels very hard.
I mean, it's the thing of the Broodmother. It's just this continual presence of just pushing everywhere on the map at all points in times, and Demon Slayers just still don't really have that good answer for it. They have to kind of let it go, and you don't want to do that as a Brood. At any point in time, you're going to see Brood come out of the jungle with the silence, or whatever the build actually is nowadays. It looks like it's the pipe mech build, isn't it? Because the last time I did see a Broodmother, they went for a mech and they went for a pipe.
That's the nerd build, is when the enemies have magic damage, you have pipe and you keep all your spiders alive and your army going. And it's when you're trying very hard to win the game. Which, of course, will be this game because it's a DPC game. You'd be insane not to try super hard to win the game.
Of course, especially since both of these teams would really like to get a win. Because if you get an L here, I mean, looking at the score, Demon Slayers would be 0-5. And that's not exactly a fun scenario to be in there. Well, the Maelstrom, though, up on Darley, by the way.
Aster, Aries, their chances of win aren't exactly dashed either. They've had to play some hard teams so far. Only Demon Slayers here, one of the lower ranked teams. They're not out of potentially moving upwards. LBZS will have to drop a game for them to have a chance to move up on Aster Aries, but not exactly unlikely considering they'd have to play Phoenix next, who's been the strongest team so far. So yeah, Aster Aries still vying to move into the upper division here.
It is definitely still a very scary scenario overall. Plus, we don't know how Phoenix is... I don't want to be like, we don't know how Phoenix's last game is going to be of this week, because again, you're not 5-0 because you're not good at the game. Hot lane, stun goes out. They do find this AA with the drop there, and the duel to follow through. And Skywrath doesn't even need to press R for that one. A blast went through, just landed on the air, as it does.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing solid elsewhere on the map, but that's that spider basket problem we were talking about. The top lane. That issue is growing. And again, this hero doesn't fall off like it used to.
And it's also not like a PL or a Juggernaut, where it's like, if you have all your farm on one hero, it's not going to do anything. This is a pushing hero. So if all the farm is on this one hero, this will be scary. It's like a Pugna having all of his items, or like a Shadow Shaman having a first item Ags in 15 minutes. Like, this is not something you want to be seeing as Demon Slayers, with this Broodmother being completely uncontested in this top lane.
Yeah. Now has the Blink Dagger on the Legion Commander. That's one of your solutions. You know, get on top of her with that one. You're able to clear out the Spiderlings, blow her up in conjunction with the Skywrath Mage. I mean, Skywrath Legion Commander is one of the oldest tricks in the book.
I believe that was an offensive, no, defensive Yules. The finger goes out with the A blast. They find the kill. They will get the trade on the Mars, but here's this Broodmother and piped up Spiderlings. No way they're going to die right now. They are going to push down the tower. They do get the deny, actually.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
When you pipe up those things.
Yeah,
what
that's...
it looks like to me. But yeah, getting the deny there despite all the spiders feels very good.
I mean, the spiders have a very scripted attack speed. They don't really have any real way to more or less get it buffed. They just will smack at the exact attack iteration, which I believe is 1.6. So it's you could time it right if they all attack at once. However, there is usually an army. An army is scary.
He is very scary.
Well, it looks like there's some dewarding here. It looks like this might return as the AA ball goes through. Sold out. Will be falling here. Spawn more for the army there. Actually, I believe it wasn't in time. Fortifications will be expended, though, for the spot tower, at least to make up some lost time, but Darley not at all concerned. They're going to keep on it. And the Battle Fury now up on to this Ursa. He is ready. I want to say he's ready to go, but he is still quite behind, sitting at 6.3 in comparison to the opposing safe lane running at 7.2. That being said, it was the Maelstrom Rush, which kind of gave the troll a little bit more farm.
I mean, it'll accelerate your farm a little bit faster sooner, but obviously he's not going to farm as fast as a Battle Fury. Battle Fury was nerfed on as far as cleave onto creeps, though. So.
It did have an overall damage reduction based on the cleave percentage. Mid, ball goes through. They find the stun.
Dead.
Yeah, there's no real escape for him. They might find the Skywrath if they could time it right, but a concussive shot will slow down the Mars, unable to find the Yules as a result. Do still get long G.
Yeah. Mechanism completed now on the Broodmother. You have a Possessed Mask on the Ursa, so it allows him to Roche even earlier than he'd otherwise be able to. He's struggling a little bit. No, he's not going to die to the Roche.
What's happening? What went on?
Ursa's HP. He was forced to leave the pit. The stacks reset.
He must have got, like, chain bashed or something. It's the only way I could really think.
Yeah, he almost died to Roshan. He ends up getting the Aegis, though.
Possessed Mask is just not enough lifesteal.
7% isn't a ton. I will admit, if you don't have enough attack speed as well.
4-man smoke. They are going to be... The only person they see is this lion, actually. This is unfortunate. They do ping out the general location, I believe, of the Mars. They drop an OBS, and they just can't find any information. They do now see the lion, as an OBS is placed onto the high ground on top of it. They see it with the sentry nearby, so they're just going to clean up the ward and... Well, I mean, what are you going to do? You just lost your top tower to the Broodmother, and she is webbing up for that tier 3. This is this is a aura baseline, run at your base and destroy everything Broodmother. There's not really much you can do to answer this, especially when your heroes are just getting picked on the sidelines like this. Rise, though, is going to be fine.
Keeps Rise alive, gets him off the wall, meaning he's not getting hit by that one because he's unstunned, and managed to turn that one around, killed the Mars. Well played. Unfortunately,
your
the spider
tower.
basket.
Everything is going bad. What do you do against this Brood? There's no AoE damage that can really kill all these in one go, because even then there's a baseline magic resistance. You need 2 overwhelming odds to get it.
Yeah.
And the Broodlings, they regen real fast. So
yeah. I mean, maybe if you had a battle theory, you'd be able to take these things out instantly, but nobody itemized for that, and they're getting punished super hard. You got Maelstroms on these heroes that attack really fast, the Troll Warlord, the Ember Spirit, and unfortunately, the pipe is on the Broodmother. You can't clear out these spiders. There's just no way.
And I don't think a BKB and Basher is going to be enough to really do it here. Ulu, though, is going to walk up to the high ground. They do see Darley. They do have the Aegis available for another 3 minutes. Ball goes through. They find they jump with Darley there, and the... Oh my goodness, my brittle eyes deceive me as piping out on the spiderlings again.
How come pipe affects the outpost? That doesn't seem right.
Well, I mean, I think, well, remember at one point in time, there was a glitch where you could accidentally attack the outpost.
You could cookie it as well.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. That one was good.
I like doing that one.
That one was very funny.
Remember when the play was playing techies? Just red mining the hell out of the front of the outpost?
Yeah.
I loved that meta. That lasted very shortly. It died very quickly.
It's actually probably a good thing that techies are really meta right now. Outside of North America, techies has played in it. Well, Tier 1 China has played as well. Who's it again?
I don't know. I don't think I was there for that one.
Position 4? I'm crazy.
Oh, you mean the position? Yeah, it's position 4.
No, it plays in... Someone in chat will correct me.
100%.
Yeah.
That's how chat works, right?
Ends up going down.
Ooh, Rise, come on. Haste on your Legion is definitely the way to go, not haste on your Skywrath.
Zin Q.
Ah, okay. Yep, there it is. Well, they're poising to get their second tower of the game, while Broodmother is still continually pressuring this this top lane. Though, they do find Ursa. That will be the Aegis, though. Popping back out, though, they do drop the arena. Rise will fall as a result. The Broodmother actually TPing in from top lane. I guess because the Ember Spirit is there now. Maybe just to reaccumulate the army and then run in from mid.
But again, it's a lot easier to build up your army with multiple points after they've reworked the Broodmother and changed around where this sits on the skill tree.
I mean, now that her R is a 450 damage nuke, I could definitely agree with that one.
And it scales a lot better into the late game. Some issues. We'll pause up the game, but there's lots to talk about. As I wasn't here during the draft. All right, we can also talk about win probability, 68%. So that one makes a lot of sense to me. It was even earlier, but again, Aster Aries is playing very aggressive on the enemy side of the map. I feel like the later this goes, the bigger problem Ursa is going to be. Like you play in Troll Warlord, who a lot of time is going to need to lifesteal back up, but he's playing against an ancient apparition, so there is no lifestealing off of that one. When you're playing against the AA, they have Mars, set up for an AA blast. They've got so many good tools. Their draft is just too good here on Aries. And again, no solution to this Broodmother. If they had Battle Furies, maybe they'd be able to cleave down these spiders with the Ember Spirit. But unfortunately, Maelstrom just isn't going to do the trick here. And Broodmother's wasting no time wanting to close this game out. Gets the Guardian Greaves as the Pipe of Insight. And coming up next is going to buff up the Spiderlings, reduce building armor even more with that Assault Cross.
Wait, the Spiderlings reduced building armor? What?
No, the Assault Cross.
Okay, you scared me. I'm like,
he's got queued up.
No way. Spiderlings reducing building armor.
That would not be okay.
That would literally be the like the next big S tier hero. Like there isn't really one hero that like I look at this patch right now and say this is the hero to pick. But if Broodmother had that one, a ball goes through. Gyrath does have his ults available. We'll throw out the silence. They do still manage to find the skewer follow up with the cold feet, but they do see purge it just in time.
He's not gonna finger him.
I think he wanted to hold because he wanted to maybe try to find a confirm with that more or less.
Oh, he's got no stacks. I don't think it would have killed him, even with the Ice Blast on him.
That's weird. He's gotten 2 kills with finger already.
He's
well, it might
got
have been
no stacks.
Might have been because it was the AA blast, so it ticked down.
Oh yeah, did you see that interaction?
Yeah, because the AA blast doesn't count towards it for some reason. Because it's
if you put them into the AA blast kill threshold with it, it doesn't give you the Finger of Death's charge. If you bring him like to where he would normally have his HP hit 0, it does give you the charge. It's a very weird and bad interaction. If anyone in Valve is watching, please fix it.
Asking Valve to fix something. Oh gosh, it's scary. You know, because pathing was fixed like years ago.
Well, there's nothing wrong with pathing. You go exactly where you're meant to. Nice deny.
Easy deny. Holy. Not he just Ulu didn't even flinch. Just like, all right.
When you're good, you're good.
It's like
there's really nothing more to say.
It's like I always say, you don't play and pick the heroes in Dota if you're bad at the hero in Dota. Oh. Well, it looks like these Spiderlings are being efficiently cleaned up now that Ember Spirit has a little bit more damage. Pump into this a little bit later now. So he's got that follow-up. Basher, I believe, is going to be next up for the Troll. Yep, there it is. Up and ready to go, and the BKB now up for the Ember Spirit. So these heroes on the side of Demon Slayers do have some very key items to start winning these team fights. They want to start going in that direction. The only problem is that as soon as Phoenix just jumps in, like there's nothing they could do about it in a team fight. More or less, just gotta duel him, and that's really it.
Sold out to the very nice HyperX headset. I've got the exact same one. I know he's a man of culture. And it clears out some of these spiders finally here on the Ember Spirit. Going for Aghanim Scepter. So looking to gap close, set up things for his team. A lot of work for this Troll Warlord this game, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it all by himself. Beautiful stun there.
Basically, Ravage goes out to the bot. They will find this kill on the Lion, though. They don't. Actually, they had the Broodmother come in and pipe and Guardian Greaves. He's back with the full HP. This brings me back to the Viper days where you would pick Viper off lane and he would build a mech and pipe, and that's all that the Viper would ever do. He would build a mech, pipe, and a force. This is literally
the stupid Sky Snake with like 3 passive abilities and an ultimate that you barely have to think when you press.
Exactly.
I build mech. I'm now harder to kill, and it's real smashing Dota, my guy. Good stuff.
There's a bad history to recall for Neff. All right, I'll keep that one in mind. I love these glow-in-the-dark broodlings, actually. I guess they're not really glow-in-the-dark, but they're close enough. Lion, he jumps up to the high ground. He was trying to get a good stun, but the stomp goes through. They do manage to get 2 with this one. The blast goes through, though. They will find an arena, but both of the Demon Slayer cores will pop their BKB, trying to hold this off for the time being, though. Ulu is trying to find somebody to jump on, though. Phoenix getting kited around here, but now he's able to find and turn it onto a team fight, but no. Demon don't want to overextend here. They did lose their Legion Commander. I believe that was a duel that they did win, though.
Yeah. BKBs are now on cooldown as well on Demon Slayer, so they're getting back.
Yeah, they both kind of want to reset here. The Roshan up in a minute. Don't believe it was the long respawn. I believe it was the midway. Gonna be up very soon here. Phoenix looking to almost finish up this assault cuirass. This is going to be another big defining moment, whether or not Phoenix will just run at the base. Darley, he's channeling the retake for the outpost here, and Yuna just immediately jumping in. They find the reveal with the finger. The follow-up damage is there. They find the kill onto Darley. However, Yuna will fall too. DP and Rise will fall from Phoenix, and Phoenix now looking to get the pick out onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit with no method of escape, being skewed to the tree, will fall too. And now they're just going to run top. There's no buybacks on either of these cores. They don't know that though, but there's no buybacks. The Skywrath is not going to be able to solo defend here. The closest thing you got is going to be
they can stall with
your
this.
Legion Commander, but your Legion Commander's bot.
Yeah, they can fortify. They can drop the stomp here on Ember Spirit on Elder Titan. Oh, he missed his stomp.
We got the Broodlings, but there's actually only 4 Broodlings, and the rest now just resetting here. You can see they're not even clicking. Okay, well, I thought they were going to leave the creeps alive there to get some more.
They leave
spies.
nothing alive here on Aster Aries. This game incredibly important to them. Absolutely no mercy. And now they move back. Double damage rune right outside the Roche pit. Ulu's probably looking at that, thinking, don't mind if I do. And why don't you scout that one out, buddy?
Oh. Roshan live and ready to go. The DD on Ulu. He's not even going to use it. They're just like, all right, whatever. Free Roshan. Nothing that's going on here. I believe this is the second Roshan as well, so this will be the Shard. I don't actually know what the Brood Shard does, but I imagine Phoenix wants it anyway.
Is that... It's a Silken...
It might be AA, actually. I think I'd just give it to AA. Silken Bola, though.
No, it's...
Right?
Yeah.
It
It
changes
improves
something in Silken Bola.
Yeah. I forget exactly what it is it does. I see the 80% there, but it's been a little while since I
I mean,
read the
I'd
patch
ask
notes.
Google, but God knows that if I ask him a question, it's not going to know the answer, because you can't ask Google specific questions.
If I ask Google something, it'll play a song on my TV from my roommate's Spotify, and she'll be quite angry with me.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know how that started happening, but everything is a song
crazy.
request on my Spotify.
It's like, Google, find I don't know, find toilet paper on Amazon, and it's like, playing Toilet Rock on Spotify or something.
My favorite genre of rock.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Denied that Invis there with the spiderlings, and Ursa manages to find a elven tunic. I imagine he'll hold on with that one. That one's a nice pickup. Troll Whirler with the Paladin sword. Which is doing very little.
Because he just needs to be careful, though. They do find him with the jump of the Yules, the skewer as well. With the follow-up, they're just going to burn him down. Find this kill, Ulu. Maybe looking for Darley here. Jumps in. No Abyssal Blade, but the stun goes through. They will jump and ult, but, I mean, Lion leaps out of it just in time. Darley will fall. He has to pop his ultimate here. AA ball, I believe. Not even going to need it. Duel does go out, though. They find the kill on the Lion, but the arena... Well, the BKB is actually out from Demon Slayers. They will push it back for the time being. Sold Out is going to buy back. They might want to go back and re-engage on this one, but oh, they're going to let it go. Reworked Aghanim Shard increases Bola's miss chance to 80%? 80% miss chance.
Don't you remember what Incapacitating Bite's miss chance was?
Yeah, but it wasn't 80.
Not quite.
Like 72 or something.
It might as well have been 80.
Hey, that 8% made a significant difference. I'm pretty sure it was 75, actually.
I mean, that's what they did to a couple of these heroes. They reworked them to be like a little bit better, and then they added these cool utility things to their Aghanim Shards so they can do more stuff. Like Brood Mother, like Life Stealer.
I was talking to somebody actually about the whole Aghanim Shard patch, more or less. Is that he was basically saying that Dota didn't really change the Aghanim Shard like drop. It was more just, it didn't change really the state of Dota. It just kind of gave everybody new stuff that didn't really change what everybody was picking, because people were still picking Sven anyway.
Whoa.
Well, not Sven.
The spiders.
But like,
I was freaking out about the spiders, not you.
it didn't change the meta, more or less. It was still, at that time, it was an off-lane centric patch, and then after that happened, it was still a very off-lane centric patch. Now, not so much. Now it's kind of like mid, I'd say, is probably the more important position right now. Lion comes in. Actually, I want to say it's position 4 because, like, Yuna is finding everything with these blink-in stuns. Like, you get these 2 kills on the Demon Sports. They find the bash as well, actually, on Darley. He has to turn an ult here, but he can't even regen. He's still under the effect of the Ice Blast. They are going to look for this kill on Yuna, though, but the bash out from Ulu will find it. First click bash out on this Ember Spirit, though. You do see the Leech Commander in the backlines looking for this Lion, but they can't quite find him. They find the kill on Ember Spirit. Demon Slayers, they pop the GG, and they're going to let this game go. The second pick Broodmother taking the series with a swift 31-minute game.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. I mean, I didn't miss the draft. It looked like they didn't have the proper solutions to this Broodmother. Is this the last pick?
This the Broodmother?
Yeah.
Oh, the Broodmother was a second pick.
It's
it was picked
surprising.
second.
But Aster Aries, they've had some incredible performances so far in this tournament. I believe it was the second week? They week 3 just recently they managed to beat CDEC, who were just been incredible so far. Aster Aries, definitely the stronger team in this matchup here, and if you don't have a solution as Broodmother, you're going to get punished pretty heavily for it. I mean, they do have this classic combination of the Legion Commander and the Skywrath Mage, but I feel like even once you manage to get the Blink Dagger done on this Legion Commander, you couldn't set up any kills, and it's fight after fight. Lion seeming to get on top of you, shutting you down. Ursa always cleaving multiple people. In Broodmother, you never had a proper solution for. She got to do whatever she wanted in the top lane. She forced a lot of you back. The game was never... the tempo of the game was never set by you on Demon Slayers.
Funny, too, because when it was in the banning phase, they first banned the Grimstroke, which is one of the best heroes against Broodmother as a support because it's the stacking damage, kind of like the old-fashioned PL. I don't know if it still gets the illusion stack damage, but it's just... It is one of these stronger sort of lineups that they banned up against this. And, I mean, the cores from Demon Slayers, just like you were saying, nothing really could have came online here. The Blink Dagger, I mean, it came out at a pretty good time, but just they couldn't find any setup. Yuna got his Blink Dagger up, I believe, before anybody else did. And, like, he made so many plays in this game as a result of having that right off the bat of this game. And kind of just gave Aster Aries the free... More or less the free W, I'd say. The Broodmother obviously gave him the actual W.
Yeah. The spider basket, as they will call it from now on.
Oh, the spider basket. Oh, man.
I'm looking at this this Furion here, some of these plushies, and I gotta say, Pete, it's gonna be very nice when they send mine to me. That's right, everyone. You were looking at the prediction champion, the Radiant Oracle, on the DPC website. Huh? I got first. I've been robbed of first place. It's supposed to be by time, and I'm pretty sure I submitted mine first.
Huh? Well, I mean, it doesn't...
Either way, I'm going to be getting plushies. First place and second place both get plushies. I'm tied for first.
It's tied for first, and that does mean a lot. And, oh, man, I was going to find a segue for it. Lost it. Couldn't get it.
B-Cop is very jealous of me. He told me that he's not speaking to me again.
Cool, so he'll talk to you tomorrow?
We'll see. Probably not like a week or something like that. We'll see.
Well, you know, he's so busy casting upper division, but we're here in the lower division. This is a best of 3 series, and Aster Aries, I see you smiling. You love that segue. I know you do.
That was a good one.
Aster Aries taking the first game of the series. Demon Slayers need to be able to take this second game to stay in the ring, more or less, but if they end up losing the series, they will end today with a 5-0 overall score, or 0-5 overall score, and you do not want that. But the only way to find out whether or not Demon Slayer is going to end up taking game number 2 is by staying tuned, because more Dota 2 action will be up right around the corner, so don't go far.
请夜眼方挑选，请天辉方挑选英雄。
上古巨神，
还剩10秒。还剩天辉方挑选，请夜眼方挑选已经到来。
战行者，
还剩10秒。还剩5秒。请天辉方。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and dogs and cats, maybe.
And neffs.
And neffs, of course. And anime watchers. Welcome to some more CN DPC Dota 2 action. I'm your play-by-play party, PD, and with me, as you can see to my left now, as we have a actual thorough intro with somebody here, it's going to be Neff. Neff coming in.
Yeah.
Very last minute, still dressed up in his NA duds.
It's the Canadian tux, the jean jacket. I've forsaken the bolo tie and the cowboy hat that I had on earlier, but not enough time to change, unfortunately. You got to do what you got to do in this industry.
Yeah, again, a round of applause for Neff. Again, even though he doesn't want it.
No.
Even though he doesn't want it, he came in the very last minute. Right? It's great. I love him. One of my favorite NA casters.
Much like how that Broodmother came in at the very last minute.
I was jumping over now to our draft screen. I'm sure you've seen our faces enough, especially Neff's if you watched NA before this. So you got enough of him.
My heart is broken, Pete.
Hey, I mean, we don't need to be getting any more snapping pictures of us, just like you and your past 27 hours of Pokemon Snap on your Switch. Anyway, Dota 2 action. We have the Lion still being first picked up on the side of Aries, or Aster Aries here, but Demon Slayers will take the Dark Willow and Centaur, which is a interesting opener pick, I'd say. But, I mean, that being said, Broodmother's still first phase banned. Like, game number 1, second pick Brood. Game number 2, first ban Brood. What did they swap out for the bans then? I believe it was the... Actually, I'm the only one that would know this. You weren't here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. So, because they banned Brood and they banned Mars, which were not 2 heroes that were banned last game.
Well, I've got very little insight into what was banned last game, unfortunately. Now, what I am curious is if Aster Aries is just in their head, because they banned out the Mars as well. On the side of Aster Aries, they get rid of the Clockwork, which makes sense if you picked up the Elder Titan. You have Clockwork, one of your games just grieved. They pick up the Wraith King now. They banned out Mars, one of the better heroes against Wraith King in the lane. I thought in this patch it wouldn't be as bad, given the fact they nerfed the early bonus hero damage on God's Rebuke, but it's still a pretty miserable matchup for the Wraith King.
Tuskar and Abaddon.
You want to see a first phase ban?
Yeah, last game. There was Tuskar, Abaddon, and Razor.
Yeah. Tusk has made it through this time. Abaddon has been banned out, but I don't think they'll pick Tusk this time on Aster Aries, as they have Lion and Elder Titan picked up already. Going through a lot of their reserve time here for their third pick. And take the Invoker.
This is a good setup hero so far for Aster. I mean, we did see how effective Yuna was on this Lion last game. Likely to be the position for again with that powerful setup, but I mean, Tornado Cold Snap is a great response overall to this draft as well. Wraith King forced to go for the BKB eventually because he can't really get out of these fights. Cold Snap. They've got the Purge as well, which is good from the Tornado because that will purge the Stampede. And the response is going to be the Pangolier. I mean, with no right-clicking heroes revealed on the side of Aries, this kind of like negates the chance of maybe a Troll being picked up here or the Well, I mean, the Timbersaw is going to be the response. This is such a S tier hero for this draft right now. 3 melee cores, a very squishy support right now. And I mean, you could see that even if this is a 4 Pango, this Timbersaw is going to literally shred through their HP.
Yep. It should be a pretty simple game for the Timbersaw. Dark Willow is one of the heroes that can kind of do some harass to it, zone it out of the lane, but Ray King absolutely hates playing against this hero. I was thinking that, you have an Invoker, Faceless Void still in the pool. That's something they could potentially pick up. But with against a Wraith King, it doesn't feel as good. Just like, of course, the Reincarnate countering out that Chronosphere, very big cooldown ultimate. Ban out the Razor, they ban out the Ursa.
Morphling? Question mark? Did you fit a Morphling on the side of Aster? I mean, this would be the response to Dark Willow as well. But it's not strong against this lineup, I'd say. Too much beef.
I think you just want to play aggressive. I'd rather see something like a Juggernaut here picked up.
Yeah,
just,
that's still in
run
the
at
pool,
the enemies.
the Troll as well.
You're a little bit
Yeah.
You're a little bit lacking on tower damage as well.
Yeah, the Jug would be a very safe one for that, I'd say. Jug's got still a very good, decent amount of pushing potential. Not to mention, if he does get the Shard earlier into the game, you get the attack speed from spin, as well as the attacks while in spin. So there's that they could play with too. They're going to go for the Lifestealer. This is another one of those heroes that can kind of do that right now too. And this kind of capitalizes on the fact that Demon Slayers have, like, they're mostly disable at the moment. You can see they have Hoof Stomp, they have Stun, and they have the Pango Roll. But like, this is a good hero that can capitalize on Demon Slayer's lack of escapes outside of just pumping stuns.
I'm not crazy about the Lifestealer. It's okay though. What were you saying?
I mean, the other thing would be the eventual Shard that can go on the Lifestealer too, because that would just be the slow that they can't really deal with either. It's a really strong slow. Obviously, you don't want to go for it right off the get-go though. But yeah, I guess Lifestealer doesn't really have that tower damage, and Windy is going to be the response here, which is an interesting one because it's not good against this Timbersaw. Infest is still more or less not really countering it, but it's good against the Invoker. It's your core or support that can run into the back lines and sort of pick off their supports. And it's a stable mid.
It's a very good anti-carry. It depends. Against a Lifestealer matchup, it can be okay. If the Wind Ranger can get on top of you, like Blink Shackle you before you can pop that rage, you can very easily burst him down with Focus Fire. It's hard for him to get on top of you. You're forced to build an MKB. MKB doesn't feel awful on Lifestealer, but you also lack tools to stay on top of Wind Ranger in a team fight. Abyssal Blade is worse than it's ever been at the moment because it doesn't offer you that same gap close. So a lot of time, the Lifestealer is not going to be able to do that much against the Wind Ranger, which feels pretty bad as far as that mid lane matchup goes. I think if the other heroes on your team can take care of that Wind Ranger, though, I do prefer the draft here. Aster, Aries, yet again. Again, this team is a little bit stronger. They really need to win this to potentially make it into the upper division here. They aren't necessarily out of it yet. Second place team still has to play against the first place team at the moment, so that one could go either way. That would open the door to Aster, Aries qualifying for the upper division. A very solid squad so far. Very one-sided game last time. I'd say I prefer them in this game number 2 as well.
Yeah, the Timbersaw kind of sealed the deal, more or less, I'd say, with this draft. Like, even if it was just, like, they did pick the hero that could counteract it in the last pick, like, the Timbersaw is going to be completely uncontested this whole entire game. There's not really much they're going to be able to do about it. And, like, the Wind, like, despite, Wind's got a lot of magic damage in the form of just using Power Shot, like, Wind needs to get a Maelstrom up ASAP. This might even be one of those games where you actually see Wind skip going for the full Maelstrom, and actually, because I've been seeing this build a lot more recently on mid-winds, pardon. Everyone's gonna get on my case for saying Windy.
It's your nickname for her, and the only people who know her very well can call her Windy.
All right. I've been seeing the mid build for Wind go like 50-50. Basically, if your lane is like super good, I've seen Winds just skip going for the full Maelstrom. They just buy the Javelin and go into BKB immediately. Like this might be one of those games if this mid goes well. The problem is you're against you're against Invoker mid. And I don't want to be like, oh, he's a god tier Invoker, but because, you know, he's bronze badge. Stun, though, they do actually find a lot of damage out of the Centaur. The rest of the team is here. The Stomp is going to fall through, but they have to let it go. Siamese has got a lot of bonus damage still to work with, but we'll throw that out. But you do see that Aries will go 3-1 here. They got the bot uncontested. They 5-man fought the top rune. They just let the bot one go. Huh? Don't want to be giving off a lot of gold here. Of course, first blood is definitely a bigger chunk of money, especially if it went to Phoenix in this mid. But this is a very important lane for Wind. Like, she has to win this lane. Because if Invoker is able to put up enough pressure by just having a lot of farm throughout this game, as soon as, like, the Cold Snap Earn combo is ready, this Invoker is going to be just nowhere near mid.
So let's talk a little bit more about this mid matchup. You've seen the changes to Invoker, right? The Quas, HP regeneration, just not doing as much. You're tankier than you used to be. It's harder for yours to burst you down.
Wex did get buffed, though, a little bit just recently, right? They gave it.
They nerfed it again.
Oh, I thought they gave it more attack speed.
No, they took its attack speed away. They reduced it by half. They killed him.
My boy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not really concerned about that. As a mid Skywrath spammer, you know, I see that hero in my games. Rise.
You see agility, you think it doesn't matter. Ooh. Armor, I laugh at that. I only do magic damage.
Press Q. Easy.
Yeah.
Press Q, press W, kill hero. Easy Dota. Skywrath mid, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pick it, please. I don't need it to get nerfed. It's actually been nerfed into this patch, too. Which is weird, because people are picking up the Skywrath a lot more. I saw it in last game, and I believe I even saw it in an NA game at one point in time. Crazy stuff.
So, CS, pretty even across the board right now. Timbersaw is something to be a little bit worried about. Lion isn't the best at pairing with the Timbersaw. Lion, a lot of time you want to find a lot of XP. You don't want to leave the Timbersaw alone. Just casting game in North America, they paired that one with Earthshaker instead, because that hero roams around by itself a lot. He doesn't like sitting inside the lane.
Wind.
Wind
can't be trading these right clicks with Phoenix.
You can.
Oh, now you can now. Actually, there are creeps here. The NATO goes through, will not latch.
Yeah.
Only level 1 in the Wex. Yeah.
So this is one of the benefits of, well, one of the weaknesses of how they changed around Invoker. Benefit of Wind Range. It's going to take a lot longer to get back up to full HP, because they like significantly reduce your HP regeneration per instance of Quas. So your harass does stick. It is sometimes worth trading in this situation. It's not as bad as it used to. Before, if you trade with Invoker, it's just stupid.
Yuna coming in to hand block this pole camp. Same thing for Rise, unable to find the stack. It looks like, though, it's going to be a very passive game. I mean, like we were talking about, though, this Timbersaw is owning this lane. He's 18-3 to the opposing offlaner, which is actually...
Oh my god, Rise?
Double disarm, triple disarm. He wants to
kill.
He's got a fairy fire. He wants a quad disarm. Rise! He's gonna deny himself. He's just... Siamese has to sit there and watch it happen.
How?
Quad disarm, dude. What's the percentage? What's the percentage?
17%?
Yeah, that's Valve's favorite goddamn number. 17%. That's what Bash used to be, too. 17%. Get this man a lottery ticket right now.
That was
17% chance to win right there. Power shot. Be fine though. Back in the bot lane though, they are going to look for the skill on Daryl. Daryl. They will end up getting the kill on Darley.
Yeah.
I mean, this is bad though. You don't want to be feeding kills to Timbersaw. This is you don't want Timbersaw to be running out and all over this place. But like I was saying, like Wind needs to win this mid, and so far she is winning this mid. With the 22-9 to Invoker 16-3.
Yeah, and he's getting zoned. I mean, this is something that wouldn't have happened with Invoker in the last patch.
This wouldn't have happened if they nerfed my hero.
Yeah. What can you do? I mean, they gave him extra stats, but again, taking his HP regeneration away makes it slightly more favorable to Wind Ranger. Your harass is sticking. Yeah, there's the tip coming out as soon as he's got a moment. Mocking Invoker. Tip comes out on the Wind Ranger, which is interesting.
You know, I keep on forgetting that in CN they have the custom models for anything that's like too bloody or has like skulls. I actually like this version of the Wraith King Arcana.
Really?
You know, will fall. Yeah, I like the helmet. Like, the helmet actually looks really good. I've always been a fan of those helmets that have like the color bleed effect through the eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Good friend.
cosmetic time back in mid though. They do have a stun available, but Wind is level 6. The Yules is going to be there. Actually, it's just a Tornado offensive that will purge the ult. No, it doesn't purge the ult, actually, but still a lot of damage coming out there, and they will find this kill, but they can't find the kill on Phoenix. They're actually going to get 2 for this one. The BM return tip.
They did not run the numbers. They lacked the critical information. Turned around on them instantly, purging off that wind run with the tornado and just standing their ground and hitting the Wind Ranger. Blowing up that Invoker with too tall of an order. You are not as strong as you think you are. Now they'll take this opportunity. Catapults are here. They'll try to shove in the mid tower. Ulu running down Long here.
Yeah, Long's going to be going down there. You don't want to be... I mean, this is the other scenario, though, is that the Ulu has such an easy lane against this Centaur. Centaur, big, beefy strength here with a lot of big, beefy HP. So it looks like Una might be in trouble getting chased by the Pango, but no follow-up. Looking for the lucky shot. Unable to find it.
Yep, already a 1k net worth advantage. KXP. It's feeling worse than that, though. I imagine pretty close to TK. Vanguard now found on the Centaur. I mean, this will make you hard to kill, but it won't allow you to set up on anything. You're slowly losing this bottom tower. Timbersaw doesn't care. Lion, you can't dive him. He's got Earth Spike. He's got Hex. He's sitting underneath his tier 1.
Lion, the ultimate position 4 hero in this Dota patch. I remember when it was Shaman.
We had a pretty low win rate for a little while. I'm curious what it is right now, but I think it was at like 39% the other day.
Well, again, I'd ask Google, but that's not going to work. Now, I can actually look at it now. I believe I have tracked Dota up still. But that's not... I'm not going to do that. You guys can figure that out yourselves. Which, yeah, that is. But looking at our game, though, I mean, the Lion support buying a lot of time and space. Now running into the mid, trying to get his level 6 here.
Those Wraith King skeletons are zombies.
Yes. Well, there's actually there actually is a skeleton sword that turns them into zombies too, more or less.
How is that my glance value?
What?
Dark Willow.
Find this kill
about
on
to
the
drop.
Dark Willow. Most likely the Shadow Realm not going to save them. But,
Those are undying zombies. You can't tell me otherwise.
No, they're different. You can tell there's actually a different model of these zombies because the Undying Zombies base model does not have a weird looking green helmet on the top. Yeah, the other zombies that you... This Timbersaw is just having a free game right now. He's
This
just
is
like,
your
I'm
fault.
gonna
It is
wail
your
into the
fault
top.
that this
How
is
is
in
it
the
my
game.
fault that the Chinese cosmetics gives them like a green helmet? At least I think it's a green helmet. Stun goes out. They are looking to find this kill out onto this Timbersaw, and he's got a lot of HP to work with in regen, but jumps up, not able to find the escape. Likely to go down here. The crit will follow. Sold out, actually the one to confirm. They will expend a defensive fortification for this mid, but I mean, not really much else you're going to do with it here. You traded off your Timbersaw. You sent 4 heroes down there. You see the rest of Demon now rotating in. Who will drop a ward, which I believe gets scouted by a double down sentry here. The ward across the river. Oh, we're back to the normal mid scenario, though. It's Invoker versus Wind in the mid. 9 minutes in. This is a triple sentry hold, actually, in this mid as well. I didn't see that. Okay, those zombies were also green topped, okay? So I can't... The zombies that come off of the summon from the troll summoner.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My glance value.
Whatever. Get out of here. If the Wraith King had the Immortal Sword, it would drop different skeletons. It would drop the actual ones. Done. Onto the high ground here. They will be trying to catch out Rise while Sold Out is going to be the primary pick here. The NATO goes through, but it is going to put a lot of damage on the Phoenix. He does not have the Invis. Phoenix will fall. While Siamese does try to come in. They want to try to at least make a trade onto someone here, but they can't quite get him. There's no catch. With the Invoker dead, there's no great initiation-based disable they could do here. Bid for your 4. Not a great trade.
Lion could do it, but he's working on some items right now. Working on getting some levels.
Might be working on trying to save himself here as he is going to get stunned up. There's an Invis rune right outside, but he will get plinked down by the Shadow Realm, following with Rise Swashbuckle.
Yeah, finally gets himself his book.
Yeah, we
So
haven't
we'll
really
have
been
his
talking
finger
about it,
dip
by
with
the
that
way. That Ulu's just been free farming this whole game. He's 4.9k.
Yes,
Goes through EMP, Long G. Well, he's losing quite a bit here, but the disarm immediately. They didn't expend any big ultimates, though. Ulu, again, disarmed. With the power shot, the shackle will fall through. Phoenix, I mean, unable to get the kill. He will infest to try to heal Phoenix for the time being, and they will go invis while they are going to try to find the actual follow-up there. The stun and the finger and the kill will be there. Not to mention, Rise still did fall to Ulu there.
The stun, the finger, the kill, the tip. They got it all. And they got the catapult on this mid tower. Yeah, nothing they're able to do right now. Everything seems to be falling apart on Demon Slayer. Getting 2k net worth advantage, but somehow feels so much worse than that. They're losing map control again already. This Lifestealer, like you mentioned, having free farm. Centaur, despite the fact that he's got a Vanguard, hasn't been able to slow him down. Things looking pretty dire here for Demon Slayer. It's 3k net with advantage now.
This is where you see that meme of the guy. I believe it's even a Twitch emote where he's just like, he's got his hands on his head and he's like freaking out. He's like, it's Broodmother all over again, but Lifestealer. Nope.
Not familiar with the hip young
there
Twitch
it is, right there. That guy
meme.
just linked it in Twitch chat. That one.
I see.
It's Broodmother all over again.
They're gonna think you're a boomer. The fact that you can name it.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the emote. What actually is this?
Hand
guy.
It's not like this.
I love hand guy. Oh my goodness, it's not like this. That's the name of the emote. It's actually not like this. Oh god, I'm super boomer. I'm sorry, chat. Speaking of booming though, this this game is going great for Aster. Even though they lost this mid lane, not heavily. Phoenix is just, he's like only moderately shut down here. Even though with that lost mid lane though, it's not it hasn't been the end of the world for them so far.
Yeah.
2-man smoked though, by the way. They do see Sold Out, but Sold Out is the bait. They will throw out the EMP and the stun fall through. They will actually end up dropping Stampede as well, but Sold Out eats the whole entire EMP. There isn't another Cold Snap available nor Urn, but they will find the kill on Yuna while Long G looking for the pick. They are still chasing down this Dark Willow. I don't know where this Invoker is. No, they let her go. But Long G ain't gonna be in that same scenario here. It's gonna get caught out by this slow eventual death. That is Timbersaw chasing him down with, Timbersaw. That's literally it.
Yep.
Chakram, the stun from Elder Titan. Gonna whiff. Buying a lot of space with this.
I mean, yeah, again, he's very hard to kill with his Vanguard, but he's not contributing a ton to his team. He's made space, which is something. If you could call, you know, Lifestealer free farming at the same time space, still staying at the top of the net with chart, 6.4k.
The Wraith King was bottom, and was getting that free farm from that, but that is really about it. I mean, the Wraith King can farm at any point in time, but the Skelebro is just running around. I don't know what this Wraith King's build is, but I desperately hope it's not a Radiance Rush. I do not think a Radiance is going to run up in this game that well. Do hope we get to see it. Solar, the Spirit Vessel, though, by the way, I believe finished on Invoker.
Yeah. That one done. Cold Snap, Spirit Vessel. Very powerful. Great against Centaur, great against the Wraith King. Against Centaur especially, you know, he's got so much HP. Burn him down. Running to the jungle now, looking for a pickoff. Looking for another Finger of Death kill.
He's sitting on the relic. No. Well, he's sitting at 14.5 though. They do have the Solar Spirit Vessel. It is going to be revealed, but they find a good shackle. Timber does want to keep up the chase, though, but somehow this texture just not fixed yet, despite Spirit Vessel being put into the game a long time ago.
What can you do? We're still in a beta.
Yeah, I remember looking at that tweet. It's like the #1 regret from the developer in Dota or something like that, like leaving the file in Dota 2 titled Dota 2 beta was his biggest regret.
Yeah. Too easy to make fun of them with that one. They've kind of learned to laugh at themselves. I think they said the other day they were finally leaving beta when they added this new player experience as of recently.
I mean, I went into the files earlier. It still says Dota 2 beta.
Yeah, it does.
Which is weird because when you go and get the Dota 2 test client, the test client one doesn't say Dota 2 beta.
Is there even a test client anymore?
Yeah, I've got the test client still installed.
But they don't actually test anything on it, do
No,
they?
it's not supported anymore. It's just another version of Dota. You can go there and lose MMR, and then it won't carry over to your main account.
That's neat. Is there anyone else who plays there?
No.
I see.
Sold out. Balls though in this this time, but yeah, no, nobody plays in the test client. I think they're done with like letting public testing be a thing. Because the public has
not
terrible opinions.
That's not true. They just test things on the main client now.
Good point. Top lane. Sun goes through, but it's not going to latch on anything, though. Phoenix is slowing down Darley for the time being. He is going to throw out the Spirit Vessel, slowing him down, but they will Stampede. They could turn and NATO this, but Zombo is out and ready to go. Which, I guess I can't call them Skelebros. They're zombies here.
Yep. I like calling them...
going out there.
Ooh, Zombonis. I like that one. As a Canadian. Sounds
Oh,
like
yeah, that is a
Zamboni.
Canadian thing.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. That's a good one. Well, they're smoked up. They're looking for something, anything.
This isn't really like a desperation smoke, though. It's you can see the net worth at the top of the chart here. It's 1K difference, and the XP is teetering on probably.
I
like a
don't think
50
you understand
difference.
just how bad the situation for Demon Slayers is. They should have a pretty significant advantage right now. So Lifestealer has no farming items, but he's still 1,300 net worth ahead of the Wraith King,
He's,
who has a Midas.
up there. Radiant's still so far behind for this Wraith King.
Yeah.
He might go BKB. I don't know. He's technically sitting on the gold to insta-buy a BKB right now. But the Radiance, I mean, I still don't really like it in this game. It's just so late. I mean, yeah, they'll break the Blink Daggers, and it's his farming
I think
item.
it's okay.
Ooh,
Nice blink. Man's
quick reflexes there.
Yeah. Aquila found, also found themselves a Vambrace. Another Shawl on the Lifestealer. I'm curious if the Lifestealer ends up taking the Nether Shawl. They'll probably pass it to Timbersaw or Invoker.
Right. I'm thinking Timbersaw.
Yeah.
More magic damage. Everything that comes out from Timber is magic or can be amplified more or less. Invoker is Cold Snap.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't Quasplex
Timbersaw.
Invoker, I think he would take it if he was.
They've got their eyes on Darley here, but thinks better of it. Gets back. Still looking to
literally,
invade
they
this
do.
triangle. Yep.
In the mid.
Long G.
Ooh.
They see him. Yuna
Yuna
keeping
finds
his
the
eyes on the
Hex.
prize here.
I mean, EMP goes through, and there's also the finger. They find this kill. Sold out. Does start pumping the fear, and they will find this latch, actually, with the shackle shot. Will fall. They have to buy back out from the Centaur, though. I believe they popped the Stampede. There it is right now. Darley trying to find the stun on the Timber, though. They will break the chain. Long G jumps back in, looking for a good stun from the buyback, but the man's so much. He's got a lot of HP to work with, and Ulu trying to get the catch-up out on Long G here. This man's got a lot of farm, a lot of HP to work with. They can't bring him down. They don't want to get back into it right now, and the other thing is, you bought back on your Centaur, so you don't really want to be throwing your bodies at another death.
Yeah, and not no use throwing them at the Centaur there. Lifestealer had trouble getting on top of anybody, keeping them locked down. Lion, unfortunately, is sitting pretty far back. He should have been there, though. Needs to be very careful with his positioning. Once him and Invoker are taken out of the team fight, there's really no way for the Lifestealer to continue to chase. He can just get kited around, so smart for Ulu to be a little bit careful.
I mean, it was like you were talking about during the draft, is that Lifestealer doesn't have any sort of catch. It is going to be literally all on whether the Lion can get the jump in, cold snap combo from the Invoker. I would never really, I would never look at Elder Titan and say he's a reliable form of stun, so I'm just that one out there. And the Abyssal Blade, yeah, not being Abyssal Blink anymore. Yeah, there's not much Ulu's able to do here. He's still gonna go for the Basher at least. Gonna go for the Shard next though. I really like this idea because it's again during the draft, it's a very strong slow, especially in this game. Wind hanging out though. Radiance is up. Onto the Wraith King. Gonna be the Radiance reveal here. Ulu starts the TP.
Big brain Ulu. He knew that if Rise was sitting there, they're trying to set something up. Windrunner just didn't commit fast enough. Now they turn their eyes towards the Roche pit, which makes sense. You know, you just had a bunch of people rotate towards the bottom lane. So gonna take them a while to move back there. They do have a tier 1 up. In fact, they smoke up, looking to go into the pit. Yeah,
there was a fresh. They will make it in time. There wasn't a sentry that found it. It's off to the left here. Radiance reveal. You can see he turned it off. They do jump in though. The disarm is going to be out onto Ulu here, and they jump immediately out onto the line. But the tornado well timed with the EMP and the follow up. They find this beautiful damage out onto Darley here. Unit just trying to live out his days with 6 HP in the backlines. He will fall. Buys back immediately. Rolling out though, they want this Pango gone. He's just leaving this whole entire scenario. Darley is going to be caught out though. They will throw out the fear, only latches onto one. They find the kill on Darley. He already expended his first life here. Now they're looking for the kill on the wind. The slow is going to be there from the Timber Saw. They've got enough follow-up damage, and the finger goes through after Unit just in time. And they will find this 2-man kill here outside the Roche pit with the life being expended. The Aegis. Well, yeah, no, the Aegis being free.
Yeah.
No stampede available, no roll, they can't get back in.
If they can somehow stall until Pango ult is back up, they'd be able to take this fight inside the pit, but just made that situation go from bad to worse. Lifestealer, they almost managed to get on top of him, blow him up. Let's got the Shard in the middle of that team fight, open wound, so solving some of the problems that he has. Excuse me. Finally able to stay on top of these targets that he goes on, because before they're just able to walk away if Lion wasn't in position. Speaking of position, Lion.
Burn, just burning through here. The stomp from the Elder Titan. The long G can't escape. He tried to wand to get some mana back for anything, but no. Unit will find the kill. This is a dieback on your Centaur as well. The Aegis is primed. See this fight going outside the pit again here. Just look at how low this Lion is this whole entire fight.
Watch Ulu struggle to touch anybody though.
He gets one right
can't
click
get his
and
hands on anyone.
Just falls over. That's the Radiance burn right there. Actually, Rise was the one to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting at pretty low HP because of Roche, so he just hops inside the Timber Saw, and yeah, walks forward, manages to dodge that Dark Willow, which is slightly off the mark. Darley ends up going down, and then finally, Spirit Vessel plus Cold Snap slows down this Wind Ranger just enough for them to get on top of her.
Oh, Flamethrower!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
For good measure. Burning down these towers in a literal sense.
Yeah, doesn't it do, wind, bot lane, stun? Yeah, I mean, Sunstrike as well, but Ulu doesn't need it. He'll find the kill. Didn't even have a basher yet.
I mean, tips were coming out earlier, probably not feeling as cheeky anymore.
Roll. Oop, a little bit of lag. Don't know if it was on my part there. He is going to be finding the stun and the root there, but the Sphere, actually, he's in a pretty good angle, but he's got a BKB to turn this around. Darley, he needs to start leaving here, and Sold Out's going to be the one that's going to go down instead. It's going to get brought down. Jules is going to be there. They do drop the stomp, but with no split, they can't find him. But still, they got the kill on the support. The wind is dead, and Ulu going to be completely uncontested clicking this tower.
Yeah, still has his Aegis available, sitting at pretty high HP right now, working on that Basher. So again, another solution. People are going to have even more trouble kiting him, even with the Centaur ultimate. And yeah, I'd say even a 76 win probability, that's generous given the situation. And yes, it's only a 6k net worth and XP advantage, but controlling the map, controlling everything on Aster Aries right now.
Yeah, 24% is definitely an interesting number, I'd say, because you're looking at this net worth, and your top net worth is going to be your is still going to be your Wraith King, and he's just, I was gonna call him Skeleton King. He's just not doing anything with it. BKB isn't really even going to help him at the end of the day. Sure, it's going to break this cold snap issue that he's interfacing with, but it's just you could see how effective it is even with Ulu just getting body blocked by this creep with 6 HP in front of him. So couldn't quite get the jump, but I think it was better that they didn't do that. End up Not really getting much with that. Basher is primed. It's ready to go. I don't know if you even finish Abyssal Blade, to be honest.
I mean, it's not as good. We are talking about that earlier on, how he's going to struggle to kill the Wind Ranger with it. Would have been able to in previous patches, but I think maybe just go MKB for extra damage. It doesn't feel worth it, right? When look at him rip through the... Oh my god, this tower damage between the Flamethrower and the DT Lifestealer with the Alacrity on him. Oh.
Yeah, this is definitely a force to be reckoned with. This hero is a very scary finger. Bot lane, they will find this kill on Rise while Ulu trying to at least find a return transaction. On the fact the Wind will kill off Yuna. They will be able to find this jump likely out onto Sold Out. The TP starts. Cold Snap, just in time. Ooh, no bash either. Yeah, Ulu tried. They will find Darley's first and likely second life. Doesn't have a BKB TP. That's the downside with running this Radiance build right off the get-go, is that he's got 0 escape mechanisms. And ideally, you don't want to use a BKB to TP out anyway.
It doesn't feel as bad anymore now that it's changed from 10 seconds to 5 seconds to 9 to 6. So I think it feels a little bit easier just dropping the BKB charges casually than it used to. But still, not a position where you want to be in the Wraith King. I mean, he's dead for another 30 seconds. He's pretty far behind the Lifestealer as it is to begin with here. 7k net worth advantage. He's got Aegis for another minute, looking to make a play. Got Catapult with them, but they have Fortify available here on the dire side. Imagine once this Catapult reaches the tower, they'll... She's dropping pretty low, pretty fast.
Yeah, actually, well, he's got Aegis for another 41 seconds. I honestly think
he's got Infest. Yeah. Oh, they keep the Catapult. It's going to die to 1 power shot, though. Fortify wasn't really worth using there. But Lifestealer healed back up to full HP. He can hop out anytime he wants now.
Ooh.
Yep, and there it is.
Of that, he will jump out. They'll get the kill on Darley. No resurrection available. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
1 tip left over. Yep, they will find it. They will get the tower. They get more is the question. The Age is still live for another 5 seconds here.
Yep. So they might look to turn this one around, but without Wraith King, gonna be close whether or not they have the damage.
Opening with the roll, the fear goes out. Actually, they might be able to put in some decent damage on this Lifestealer. He doesn't have enough time for Rage, but he's gonna turn, and he's able to find the bash on the Wind. The BKB does nothing to jump in from Una as well. They find the finger kill. Aries playing it perfectly. Ulu can re-engage at any point in time too. He's got Infest in 7 seconds, but he's also got Open Wounds. He's just gonna Open Wounds this creep to the side. He's gonna come back with full HP with just 1 ability.
It's just that easy, and it feels like there's nothing that Demon Slayer is able to do. 10k net worth advantage 27 minutes in, but feels so much worse than that. I mean, I felt like they never controlled the state of this game. Aster Aries know exactly what they're doing.
It's just they drafted perfectly, and they're just ripping into these towers as a result. Not to mention they rip into these heroes. They will whip the stun for that one, but looking to burn down the tower. It's that flamethrower. Again, this uncontested Timbersaw pick-wise. Darley is going to get just clicked down by Ulu. Bash after bash after bash. Trying to jump in for the stun. Not able to find much there, though. They're out slow in the jump, but Ulu is going to infest this Timbersaw. Going to be back up to full HP in 3, 2, 1. Back to full HP and back to killing the heroes. They will find Darley. They will go ahead and drop out the Wind ult, though. Trying to put out some decent damage on Ulu here, but immediately jump in by Una yet again. Will find this kill out on the Wind. He has to buy back. Yuna will fall. They're going to go for more, though, as the stun does get thrown out. The disarm not going to find much. Disarm does slow down Ulu for the time being, though. The Shackle Shot's going to be there with the power shot going through, but Ulu, uncontested. The man is farmed. There's nothing they could do about this one, and Aries will take another set of racks, but no. GG will be dropped by Demon Slayers. They know they can't do much about this one and have to let it fly.
Very little they could do to defend from these 2 lanes of racks being pushed in. I mean, Radiance, yeah, you have that one done on the Wraith King, but you don't have a whole lot else that can shove in these lanes. You'd always be playing on the back, but I mean, they were to begin with that game. Incredibly one-sided match, one-sided series. I mean, on first game, just pressured by that Broodmother non-stop, and game number 2, I think just too much to deal with from this Invoker. Lifestealer, he farmed pretty uncontested. You couldn't really slow him down at any point.
It's just, it was a free farm game, both games, and like you're saying, 0 contest. They couldn't do anything about the jump out onto the Broodmother in game number 1, which is weird because it was second picked. And in this game, the Lifestealer was completely free farming. It was like you were talking about. Like, Lifestealer wasn't even the biggest pick you were very hype about when it came to Aries' draft. It's the Timbersaw.
Yeah. Him setting up all sorts of plays for them, and whenever they try to make plays here on Demon Slayers, everything seemed to go wrong.
And I know I downplayed the Invoker quite heavily when it came into, like, there's all these heroes that are definitely a little bit better than this Invoker. Like, Wynn will win the mid matchup because Wynn just has much better trade damage, like you're talking about early into the game. But this is like the S tier setup hero if you decide to run for that Quas Wexort build. Quas Wex build that just rip into this. And I mean, this Spirit Vessel getting up so early into the game, giving them so much extra damage, as well as just negating a lot of regen. And I mean, you can see how effective it is in almost every single one of these fights. There was always a Spirit Vessel proc or a jump or anything onto one hero at a time. It had 100% up rate, active rate, or whatever what you want to use here. Not to mention the BKBs coming out from Aries came out so quickly too. I say BKBs, it's Lifestealer Rage and the Timbersaw BKB. Yeah. Flamethrower, I believe, was actually first too. Yeah, but it's just they outfarmed the hell out of this game.
I mean, having Magic Bean was so important in this game. So I was thinking Juggernaut, but the Lifestealer pick, it did the trick as well.
Yeah, negates it's another one of those heroes that was like looking at the disarm, sort of disengage, because like that's why I thought like the Juggernaut was a good one too. Juggernaut could just spin off the disarm, but like Lifestealer has a more reliable one where he could actually, I mean, Jug can right click while he's raged or spinning, but at the same time, like Lifestealer right click is way more effective, and you can see it in this game. Very good last pick overall.
I missed that just because of how shiny the Wind Ranger is. She actually got Shackle Shot there reflected back onto her. Yeah, onto the trees.
That's
very
the
nice
Wind Arcana there.
Yeah, that's the pay to win mechanics there. You can't even see when she's shackled because they're both glowing gold effects.
You know, I remember at one point in time, yeah, this makes perfect sense. Ulu complete free farm the whole entire game. Field participation rate was a 50% overall, but I mean, the GPM and the XP per M were completely and utterly uncontested. There was no doubt about that MVP pick.
Well, congratulations to Aster Aries, and congratulations to Ulu for the MVP. Aster Aries still very much in it, have a shot at make it into the upper division. They will need to win all of their series from here on out. But again, looking pretty solid so far. This puts them at a 3-2 record,
this
I believe.
Set them to tie with Magma, and then Demon Slayers will be the first 0-5. That could change though, because there is another series after this. It's not going to be exactly after this. We have an hour and 16 minutes until we get to that point of the day, or the night, or the morning, or whichever one you want to go for. It'll be the morning for us when it comes down to that time. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we do have another series right after this. It's going to be, I had it up literally a second ago. It's going to be Extreme versus Dragons. And according to the script that I wrote beforehand, both teams do really want this win. Dragon needs it so they don't be, so they're not tied with Demon Slayers in the bottom. And Extreme want to win this, so they could be tied with the three-way tie of Team Magma, Aster, Aries, and no, it wouldn't be a three-way tie. It'd be 2-3. So they'd be sticking within 6th. Basically, both teams want the win, so they don't go into the either tie for last or in last still scenario.
Yeah.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. More Dota 2 action for you in approximately an hour and 15 minutes. Yes, I know that's a very long time. There's nothing I can do about changing that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with some more Dota 2 action. Don't go far.
还想更进一步吧，感觉还不够。信心应该还是有的。 啊。有的有的，他经常会让我们帮他报仇。是的。不给带小优了，没毛死。好，好，再见，谢谢。
太难受了，
天羞耻，咋开这个场呢？做解说难啊！
我相信刚刚看了一半，可能观众都已经跑光了吧。然后这场凡尔赛可能已经没人在看了，
应该是吧？所以我们放开玩
啊，放开玩，就是玩，就是玩。好，不管怎么样，我们还是进行一个开场吧。欢迎大家来到我们这个第2赛季正式更名为天辉凡尔赛茶话会的凡尔赛茶话会啊。我们今天的话呢是请来了我们这个1、2、3、4、5啊5位解说来作为我们的嘉宾。上一赛季的话啊，不是上一期的话，我们是全部是女生对吧？你们看了吗？
看了。
我觉得解说前面是加2个字啊，5位帅哥解说
，5位帅哥解啊，是不是？哦，看来你很要。哎，那我们评价一下吧，怎么样？你们觉得刚刚那个舞蹈当中，除了自己以外，跳的最好的是谁？打个分。
我觉得麦德那个
不是你这个人跳过去，新郎官了不起啊！来，你来，
我来是吧？我也觉得麦德一票啊，那个眼神太销魂了，我久久不能忘怀。
OK， 来，
我是觉得麦德是甩花这一下啊，
那个眼神，那个动作，那个气质，
到位。说实话，你要让我选一个除了我自己之外的，选不出来。牛逼不？
就已经开始了是吧？啊，让你投你自己一票，就反正弃权呗，你这一票。A 呢？
我觉得麦的那个胯，你知道吗？那个胯，
那个扭，
哎，就很销魂
啊。来了，到了麦德了，
我觉得应该是 A 吧，
关键，
因为就是他指我那一下，把我指的，就是突然一下
抖了是吧？
对，抖起来了，
有触电的感觉。
是的，
哆嗦了一下是吧？这是不是大家第一次尝试，就是录制这样的一个舞蹈视频啊？
起码有3、2年没有这么活动过，
推荐没有？
真够累的呀。
是的，确实跳舞感觉非常的累啊。今天也让大家感受一下，上一期我们其实也非常的累。好，那我们这边刚刚看了一下这个开场舞蹈啊，确实感觉非常有意思。在之后的话呢，也可以跟大家预告一下，我们应该是之后会有比较多频繁的这样一个互动啊，就回去以后自己练一练，好吧？就把这个老胳膊老腿都好好活动起来。
今天不是最后一次啊。
对，我们今天这个舞蹈算是比较简单的，之后的舞蹈可能会比较难一些。好，那我们这样子的话呢，刚刚看了舞蹈以后，还是要进入到今天非常关键的游戏环节。我们今天的游戏的话呢是这个有2轮的游戏，同时惩罚还升级了。上个赛季好像是因为说我们那个指压板大家觉得不过瘾，好像是。
这赛季什么钉板吗？
钉板哦，一个钉子1秒之间。
我差点我上赛季没有踩过指压板，直接让我踩钉板说不太。
你一次都没有踩过？
没踩过。
还有谁没踩过？
还有没踩过指压板的
啊？
没输过。你这身体不行，我们这都踩过练过的。
我们这边的话，这个开始游戏环节，先介绍一下啊。选手猜。那我们第一个游戏环节是根据选手的作品回答出相应的问题，答对积1分，答错不积分。那么环节结束之后的话呢，积分会累积到我们的第2个环节，就是2个环节积分是累积的。而本轮积分第1的呢，可变身为主持人，就变成我。这个变身为主持人的话呢，就不进入到第2轮的一个比拼了。
这个对我不公平啊！那看运气啊，这个是就是看那个选手画的画猜人，对吧？
但是你肯定还是有逻辑性在里面的。
他没说什么题吧？
之前弗莱拜画了骷髅王，这谁猜得到啊？
就他的题目也不知道什么样的。
运气也是实力的一部分嘛。
也是。
早知道有这个东西，应该问一下了，我忘问了
啊。你有优势是吧？
但是我不知道是这个题。
我很好奇会不会有我上次画的那个东西，因为我觉得我画的还挺好的。
那你是选手，我们是关键选手，关键有我们是选手呀。
啊，也有道理啊。好，那有请我们的工作人员将我们这个答题板先拿上来，好吧？感觉我们几个人站在一起聊的话，这个游戏都已经进行不了了。
哎，我们一直在聊，把阵型给它搞一点弧度出来，要不然好像太紧了。
我感觉主要是因为我们站在这里的话，
我们主要穿的太正了，
太黑了，你知道吗？真的好像去参加福尔盖婚礼一样。希望这辈子有机会啊！
哦，肯定有机会的。
题目呢？准备好了吗？第一个问题。
完了呀！哎，这里还能加编导的吗？这有点太……
这都是蓝胖对吧？
不是这3个蓝胖。
编导，
我瞎了，我看不清什么东西。
要不我们这个环节改个名字吧，别叫猜了，叫蒙。
我
跟你说，这个是很考验理解的，兄弟们，我理解了，
我也理解了，
我已经选完了，你理解了吗？
我也选完了，
好，
我避免被抄，所以晚点写。
我也觉得，
不，我觉得第一个
这也太难了吧，
画工是最好的。
是的。
谁吃饱了没事情去练画画呀？除了编导，
有道理。
我也想，
所以
我也这么想。
思路就是直接选 D，
不是这道题真的，他的思路很清晰。
是的。
你想蓝胖是什么？蓝胖代表了我们上一期的凡尔赛节目 cos 了，对不对？然后这个选手画的画呢，我们是之前在第1个赛季前画的，谁会去画蓝胖？
就是。
那所以说大概率应该是编导呀。所以说选 C 啊。
选 D 呀。
展示吧。
展示吗？
该是 D 吧
？C
这个 D 应该没什么
我们还
问题啊。
选谁的？
我是以画工来说，我觉得
对，第一个肯定不是选手画的吧？
不是真第一
后2个专业
是啊
真的吗
编导吧？
maybe 还能画成这样？你看，我就说是 maybe 画的吧，虽然说后2个我猜错了，但是
一分全错呗。
maybe 有这水平吗？
没人打 A 吧？
那我就说第2个是叉 S 画的吧？
啊，他跟这个画风一我惊呆了。
所以编导是刚好像，这写的居然没有编导。
没事啊，没拉开
白
差距。
分析了呀，
maybe 那为啥要把这个编导加上呢？这个编导是真的
干扰项。
干扰项，
有点啊。
小组配切，
叉 CT 是谁？
叉 CT 是
叉 CJ 吧？
叉 CJ 吧？我也感觉叉 CJ。
我觉得首先应该能排除 A 吧。这个 A 画的有点比 B、C、D 画的好太多了。
那我觉得反而有可能是他
A 可能是编导，
不是那个 D 是电脑画的。
你想，他要画小猪佩奇，他肯定是对小猪佩奇有自信才会画小猪佩奇的呀。我觉得要么是 A，要么是 D，
全靠运气。
我觉得一定是 B。
选缩短时间啊，赶紧选啊！我觉得一定是 B 交卷。
吹风硬要说
他已经画好了，给你们10秒钟时间，赶紧想。
我也选择 B，
这个时间不能想太久。
对，我只能蒙一个了呀，
就只能是 B。来吧，
这种运气的，
来亮答案啊！
我明牌告诉你，我选了 A 啊，
我选的 B，我觉得最简单的应该
粉色的一个黑色的就选个黑色的。
他画这个他肯定有自信的呀，他怎么可能画一个自己没自信的东西
啊？我另外大概是什么东西画的？
神画出来的。
我蒙了个 C
啊！怎么样？
哎呦，老八可以啊！
我这个脑回路对上了。
不是这些选手的画工这么好吗？
我有点低估他们了。
低估了，
我已经掌握这个游戏玩法。
草率了，运气不草率了，不是我的领域。下一题开始往好的里面猜。哎呦，哎呦，哎呦，
这是天安门吗？
我爱北京天安门，天安门上太阳。
所以不是，这主要就没有什么参考呀，你就让我纯猜吗？
这个题其实还是有一些信息。
哦，
这4个选手有哪个是北京的呀？
我告诉完答案之后才能告诉你的信息。
哦，我告诉你选 C。
他们好像没有北京的。还有个歪撇是谁？Y点。
Y队啊。
应该。啊？职业圈除了 maybe 还有是北京的吗？
印象不是很深了。
这个我也偏。
大家都是兄弟嘛，四海之内皆兄弟嘛。
遇事不决。
哎，我觉得应该是这个，好吧
？3个英文名，1个中文名，
都准备好了没？
选 B 啊，
选 D，
选的是 A 啊，选 D，
我选的是 D 吧
？OK，
是什么脑回路？
是你跟我2个人想到一起了啊。
3个英文名，1个中文名，肯定选中文名啊。
我觉得圣子华恋他的性格是属于那种就是比较，就是做这种不是特别正经的事情的时候比较认真的。
因为之前我们已经展示过一次圣子华恋的画了。
哎，你来说一说你选这个 A 的
画了一个，
因为我们已经看过别人的画了，在往期的节目里。
就另外3个你都看过了，但是第1个你没看过
，1、2没看过，3 CD 看过了。
有没有可能
所以一个人可以画2幅？
他们新画的，
都是新画的。
对，
哎呦，我不知道这个信息啊。
我也不知道，刚得知。
要这些信息干嘛？我以为可以参考历史信息，猜就完事了。这有啥东西？
这幅出自费斯边的作品，其含义为。
这有啥玩意儿？
哦，我有答案了。
那个 MACACONDO 那是什么东西啊？还真没看过。
这不是啾啾的那个噔噔噔噔噔噔噔？
哎，这个我记得我在哪里看到过，就是相关的东西。
你这么一说，我就猜一个。
有，
哎呀，这就是这个嘛，我已经知道是啥了。
啾，我懂了。我懂了。
想起来了吗？
我懂了，
毕竟是学过英文的啊。
没，就是因为看过啾啾呀。
我没看过啾
啾都没看过，有点
难受了，有点懵了。
太难了，现在这题都
完了，我应该是第2轮直接
此曲一出，非死即伤，
直接踩指压板了。
准备好了没？
等一下，我有了。不是你这么晚答题的不算吧？
你这个也忒晚了。
谁？
跟你没关系，应该是 C 吧？
如果是跟啾啾有关，肯定是 C 啊。
哇！不是，你们不就是Face 边有拍过一个视频呀？
对，我觉得他比较爱看书。
不是，他那个视频就是去书店里面，然后好像就是还举了这本书。
对，我就蒙了个书。
到点了，
确实只有 D 这个答案里面是没有其含义为。
所以说到底有几个人答对了？
我答对了。
我答对了。我这轮
你们2个人
我和 A 答对了。
啊，那我
有这个作品。
很抽象啊，
太难了。这个是查理斯的一个那个对吧？
标志
是这个，
就我们之前那题目里面是
雅克西，
但是谁画的呢？也没他的队友呀。
那
有没有可能他自己呢？
那只能是他了呀。
吃饱了画自己啊？让你画你会画自己吗？可能刚好吃饱呀。
不是，我就选他自己。
可能是编导给他提的要求呀，你画这个比较好。
这个概率
这么说有本事你别选 C，
我就选 C，
我也就选 C， 不是
我也都选 C， 拉不开差距了呀。
哦，那要不你
谁委屈
你别选 C，
委屈一下，
不行那不行
啊！你不能选 C， 你
我肯定是选 C，
我肯定是重新出发的。
查理斯画自己，
我这已经积分无限落后了，只能选不一样的。
我也是选不一样的，
我都选 C。
不是，我觉得有可能是
A， 谁能画查理斯？肯定查理斯肯定画查理斯呀。
对呀，完了，主要这第三跟你一点关系。
我没有分，
伤了，
没办法，
终于答对一个，
只能这么啊，都选 C 的得不到分。
这道题
没关系，反正我领先呀。
感觉一共几题啊？
不知道呀。这幅作品出自哪位选手？
这没有 emo 吗？
这不是 A 就是 B 呀。
我也感觉啊。
哎，我知道。
那我觉得这道题我要用反逻辑来击败你们了。
这道题我知道。
这道题我要用反逻辑。
这道题还知道？
对，因为我有逻辑。这道题我是有逻辑的，我也有点逻辑。
我都有逻辑了是吧？
我有点逻辑啊，我可以讲逻辑。我确实不知道答案。
我没逻辑，但是我有反逻辑。
来，
我就觉得菲菲最近比较狂。
DPC，
我觉得菲菲
D。漂亮！
哎，我是随便猜的，
我的逻辑
是吗
？IDC 这个人的性格，这 IDC 是什么意思？就是 I don't care， 无所谓。他这个问号很嘲讽。
哦，
有道理。
我的逻辑是只有7打
啊，对，我也是想了这一个点了，你知道吧？
这问号不能是卡卡给 emo 画一个吗？
我这个积分
不能是菲菲给 emo 画一个吗？
还出子，那不排除查理斯了吗？对吧？这肯定没有查理
斯。
那
我觉得
查理斯也可能画2副呀。
我不信。
这个题。
哦，那有答案了呀？不是，但是查理斯队友有2个。
按照我的逻辑，
你是查理斯，你自己会画这个吗？
应该是，
有道理，
对吧？
我懂了，那就很好猜，
那就应该是个20，
那就很好猜啊。
就这种题目千万不要用逻辑猜，你用逻辑猜都猜不对，
那
直接纯蒙。我跟你说，
那你前面
纯蒙，
你前面查理斯，
我前面
不就是按逻辑猜？
那你纯蒙
2选1的题，
那纯你感觉在晃点啊？
我选好，
你已经亮出来了，
我也亮了，
我选的 B。
我也选的 B，
我也选的 B，
这不就是逻辑题吗？
这是纯蒙也是蒙的。
但我感觉大概率
意思是就我
我觉得 B 啊，
这个大概率是废的呀。
哎，我今天这个果然猎人不跟猎物玩的时候，猎物一点机会都没有。
废的呀，
为啥是啊？
因为他保的是个保的查理斯呀。
小精灵，
这是小精灵吗？
是
小精灵呀，
那个心呀，就是小精灵至宝呀，
根本看不出来这是个心啊，兄弟。
小精灵，
我觉得不是 C 就是 D。
得是个会玩精灵的吧？
那不一定呀。
那你别选 CD 呀，你管他这么多，蒙就完事了。
选 B 呀，
再来一次 D。
我觉得是我选的这个，好吧？虽然我没什么道理。
我这
个就是没有道理，靠蒙呀，2选1。
对啊，我跟你讲，
这能有啥道理？
今天就让你见识一下什么叫强运型选手。就我选了 A， 对不对？
就我选了，
我其实有点想选 B 的。
我也选 B。
什么叫
要是 A
这么选 D 的？
萧瑟啊，果然
你萧瑟学长
呀，果然是 CD 2选1啊，
前辈。
我跟你说，这个 D 没对过，好吧？
不是，所以说你看今天这个题就是有逻辑的呀。
什么逻辑？
你刚才就是 CD 2选1啊。对吧？不是你刚才那天逻辑就是 CD 2选1，
你不是炒股可惜了，兄弟。中国股市少了你。
苹果
有什么说法吗？
苹果有什么说法？
它这像不像一箭穿心啊？但是穿的也不是心，穿的
就没什么逻辑。它那片叶子有没有像个 Q？
新 Q， 有道理啊。
中间是个红心，上面有个 Q，
这种东西你给我讲逻辑，我是第一个不信的，好吧？
我有一点点逻辑啊，
我肯定不信你的逻辑，我只能靠猜了。
来了啊，对吗？我这道题也读出来了，我有 C 的逻辑啊。
你 A
啊？杨居然会
有人选 B 吗？这题有人选 B 吗？
没有人选 B，
全都选错。
哎，你讲讲你的逻辑，来，是在你阿史。
刚刚不是说了吗？一个红心，然后上面有一个 Q， 这不是新 Q 吗？
你是不是想到上赛季那道题？什么
上个赛季的题？
一个购物车里放了一张牌是红心的。
我们是不是最后一题了？应该是最后一题了吧？
这就最后一题，我才对了一题。不是，这也能？
这是东风神话的，是不是？
这个我知道是谁
啊，这肯定是这个了。
哎，
肯定是这个，
肯定是
这个
我这是拒绝者吧？我太了解他。
哎，我也太了解他了。
这应该是送分题吧？
我也太了解他了。
我太了解
这个题，你们有人有逻辑吗？
有啊，有啊，
我确定100%是。
而且我已经写好了，你看一下，你跟我写的是一样。
我能答对，但是我没有逻辑。
我看看你跟我写的是一样，我写好了。
这应该肯定是这个呀，因为其他3个答案明显不对啊。
对呀，这拒绝者能说出来的话，你想想，
要不我跟分之一演绎一下当时这道题怎么出出来的？
啊，可以。
对啊，我是编导。哎，拒绝者，你画这个1是
不是？人家这个老逼，他妈左看一下，右看一下，
什么就是什么。
你快点，快点，
不就出来了？
你快点！
不是你们这
整快点，我不选不就好了吗？整快点，这个画面都演绎出来了。
不会不是 D 吧？
不会是 A 吧？
不会是
啊？
我就感觉有一点 A 的，
我也没写对，
就你无根
重新演绎一下。
来，你们再演绎一下。但是他们是怎么演绎的？
这些人这个意是什么意思？
你觉得他是什么？
你看我们两个1分的演绎的确实有点问题。
我给你还原一下他俩呀，
没意思
呀。
不是我们俩
正确的演绎应该是这个没有
优势
啊，我有啥优势啊？
运气好呀，
一分惜败。
哎，当猎人不想跟猎物玩的时候，猎物没有任何机会。
主持人嘛。
啊，对啊，干我的活吧。行吧，那我们这一轮的这个题目和得分都已经出来了，我现在是第1名，所以说我继续扮演我这样的一个角色。然后刚刚最后一名是谁？
我有2个同分，
能不能先把这个板先放一下啊？先放到这边吧。
怎么了？现在我们俩就看，
你们两兄弟是要上板了呀？
我先看一下好吧，因为我们这边比赛比较紧凑，我刚刚中间其实我也没有看过这个凡尔赛的一个内容。
现在应该没有惩罚了。
说不定呢。
应该是最后有惩罚。
好，那么我们这边恭喜78以积分第1的身份成为主持人。
恭喜我自己，恭喜我自己。你说积分第2，你需不需要一个副主持
啊？我不需要，我一个人够了。好，那我可以不参与到我们下一轮的一个比拼了。
你也可以参与呀。
啊，我不参与了，我不参与了。
要不参与一下吧？
我不参与了，独乐乐不如众乐乐，参与
对吧？
啊，都让我参与。
对啊，对，你这么自信的呀？
独乐乐不如众乐乐。
我想一下，就我参与以后会不会破坏游戏平衡？我参与以后你们就完了。
我也不会吧？你问一下，有人会觉得是破坏吗？你们这些人
肯定不会。
那我参与了以后没人主持了呀？
你一边参与
边主持呀？
不是，你不知道我们这第2个环节内容是什么？如果我先介绍一下，对，我先介绍一下游戏规则。我们这边第2轮的一个游戏规则叫做憋笑大挑战啊。憋笑大挑战的游戏规则是所有选手嘴中含50毫升的水，然后同时来观看这个搞笑片段。每个视频计分1次，喷水、漏水都为失败。然后每次憋笑成功者加1分，然后喷水不加分。
那这个好难啊！
那喝水算失败吗？
肯定
算
啊，就是
算
也不能喝掉，
你不能咽下去。
哦，
我随时会检查你们嘴里的水啊。
怎么检查？
啊？就手指头探进去看一下是不是嘛？那不让你检查吧？我还把
要笑的时候把头扬起来，然后水就
鼻子里面倒灌出来了。
憋笑是吧？
啊，对的。就所以说这个环节需要我主持的，我没有办法参与到你们这样一个游戏。
憋笑不含水不行吗？非得含水吗？
要
道具上来了，
我们的道具啊，工作人员有请来把我们这一轮道具准备好啊。这杯子其实也是准备了5个，
这50毫升还是很精准啊。
这太专业了吧？
真的。
来，我给大家介绍一下我们这边的道具啊。这个杯子就是给大家用来50毫升的这样一个，
不笑了吧？
就是一个量杯，然后同时这个是干什么用的呢？就是如果说你到最后那一口水不是一个环节结束之后你要把它咽下去嘛，你咽不下去了，你可以到这个吐到这里面。
那我有疑问啊，就是能不能换个大点的？我怕不够我们几个人吐。
这一杯才50毫升，我换大点的，我害怕最后惩罚是你喝不下去啊。
A 喝进去是50毫升，不是 A 喝进去是50毫升，但是他吐出来不一定是50毫升，你懂吧？
啊，有可能，有道理，有道理。好，那游戏规则已经了解了，对吧？然后我们这边道具的使用方法已经了解了，对吧？然后一人选瓶水呗，你不会指望着我帮你们扭吧？
可以。
来，
这杯拿上，选个水，选个杯呗。
对，
自己满上是吧？
自己给自己满上。
我来给你满上，
看好50毫升啊！
我给你灌一个
50毫升啊，还好没满。50毫升的话就是2/3
刻度那儿。
这么多？
怎么着，兄弟们先干一个？
先走
先走一个，
走一个。
请为了什么呢？
我眯一口，我能问一下视频多长吗？
不知道。I don't know，
不是我们什么时候可以吐出来呢？就是一个
视频结束之后，
就
它结束应该会有一个很明显的节点，
它是一个
每个视频喝1次水，明白吗？
那你说吧，你让我们一起喝，然后一起看视频吧。
好，那么你们已经准备好了吗？我们的工作人员不是说一下准备好了没有？
先来一杯润一下。
你们对这个项目平时有你们看过那个视频没？
我每天笑，
就是有很多那种憋笑的挑战。
对，但是我不太行，我看别人
都不太行，有没有人觉得自己比较强的？
我看别人的时候，我觉得不好笑
啊，
我还没看，我已经在笑了，怎么办？
万一要都不笑，
不是？但是我觉得这个问题最大难度不在于视频能不能让我笑，我就怕我没笑，旁边他笑了，他在那憋的让我想笑。
也有
别看我，看我，
对，你会发出声音的。
先准备好了没？赶紧拿水把你的嘴堵住，开始
是吧？
一口闷。下回我们是不是可以找一些酒类赞助商？你漏了没？没漏是吧？没漏归队啊。没漏归队啊！现在不能说话了啊！养金鱼呢，看看杯子里面怎么样，检查一下。哎，行，可以，表现不错啊，几位。那我们准备好的话，可以来放第一个视频了。
野生的尴尬人非常好辨认，在幼崽时期就会展露出尴尬技能。
哦， 真爽，随便笑。开了吗？已经。
我咋了？可以。
你本身是跳到这个早。
我是想重新跳呀，因为我从这就
哎呀，尴尬人竟是我自己。哎，都没有喷出来是吧？
但是我们笑了呀，笑了不就输了吗？
是的。笑了跟喝下去都不行。刚刚笑了是谁？你笑了对不对？
笑了。
然后刚刚还听到施丹尼笑了对不对？然后你们3个是没笑的是吧？麦德跟 A 还有这边的新航官没笑。可以咽下去了。请喝。
不是你不能放我的视频。
我觉得就是做视频的时候，
破防了呀。
你要看我们谁笑了啊。喷是一个那个
我主要沉浸在那个实在是太沙雕了那个画面。下回我盯着你们好吧？来，
哎，一共几个视频？然后喝不动。
我不知道哎。
别靠10个视频啊！
不然为什么给你们准备这么大缸呢？你以为
就一个立定跳远能翻成那样子，多少是有点逆天的啊！
不是，当时我自己都以为他是在演，都以为他故意的，不是演。
关键是翻成还是有点逆天。告诉我们喝和看吧。
好，都准备好了对不对？所以你们咽下去以后开喝。哎，我感觉我今天的权力有点大。好，那我们工作人员可以来准备一下这个第2个视频了。
可以吃完。
你看这个人主动接受惩罚。
先看一下现在脸的颜色。
这是青椒，不是辣椒。
青椒不辣，不是那种朝天椒。
真辣，有辣椒籽。大家注意这个脸的颜色啊！
我已经看到了，耳根这儿已经开始红了。对，耳根这儿已经开始红了。
哎呀，红润。
导播不敢给你这不行是吧？赶紧！水！
想要水的人拿不到水。
这个能喝吗？
几位嘴里有水的人不敢往下咽。
就来解辣，
吃点洋葱解辣。
风之翼东北人他老吃了，老解辣了，
是不是？
更辣了是吧？
小米这老
不是你们这不是欺负老实人吗？谁说的？不是欺负小米老实人。
输了没事，不是你俩都是输家，
对，他吃了苦瓜，
痛苦面具，
哇，眼泪都流出来了。
痛苦面具，
哎，你吃块饼干或者把这个蛋糕吃了会解辣。
痛苦面，
我说不了话了，兄弟。
好，可以。哎，都没笑。那你们咽下去吧，喝吧。
就这
啊，这个确实。
我刚才好像。
不过小米同学
喝下去的原因在于含的有点累，很累，
是的，
对，有点含不动了。
我刚才干笑了一下，不算吧？应该，我也不知道。
讲道理，
你是冷笑了一下。
这题应该是越来越难才对啊。
对，
这个题
不是，主要是第1题实在是高度有点高了，
没有第1题
太沙雕了。
那种我以为是那种网络搞笑视频。
我要重新定义一下，刚刚那个第1道题的分之一翻成那样子，这不是多少有点脑。没有10年脑。
来，干了。为了分追那一跳，10年脑血栓瞬间就疏通了，啪一下顶穿。准备好了吧？来，我们看一下视频。感觉好像
有个人身边总有一些又菜又爱玩的朋友，他们的行为总是让自己陷入尴尬的境地。
麦德出局了啊！哇，麦德喷的挺远啊，喷射战士。好。施丹尼也出去了啊。没了。啊，行，那你们2个人这一轮扣分了。
我跟你说
啊，
那段要是放声音的话，我包你全收住。
哪一段？
就我放那段。
你没有耳返吗？
我没
有声音啊，有声音。你聋了是不是？
我耳返没电。
你们把耳返电了？
没电啊！不是，那你把你声给我扭大一点，你这个不占便宜了。
没电。
我跟你讲，
没电了。
你那首歌词唱出来的时候，
电池我给换一下。我给你换一下，不行。
不是这个人耍赖啊！耳返没电了那玩的。
我不是卖的这个，一看就是属于那种没见过世面的。
就是
是吧？我们
那天我们唱歌的时候你不在对不对？
是的，
而且我们参加活动少了。
啊，有大世面，大世面见的太少了。
麦德那一下，感觉是刚才那段冲击力最强的一波。
麦德一下子喷，差点把我们那个镜头给喷飞。
不是他为什么会最后出现分身？这怎么画面啊？
倒多了，你喝了不完了吗？你
喝不下了呀！
你这格局是真的小啊！这 A 之前
现在我们在那边想说把这个鞋子合成什么高级道具 ，A 来了一个大草鞋，
我们说飞碟大飞碟 ，A 来了个大草鞋，格局就这样的。
还有几题，我也快大上只大草鞋。
喝了口水。
后面格局小我的视频吧？不是，这是个什么环节？就是不停的喝水呗。
但主要是没我，
看上去是憋笑，其实是让你喝水。
对，
我就感觉我输了赢了，我都在喝水。
50毫升其实也还好。
建议下次换成酒啊。
上回我们在西雅图 ，A 哥一个人喝了差不多2箱水，开什么玩笑呢？这水对 A 来说，来喝。我也有点渴，走，走，啥意思啊？就这，就这，就这肯定不行啊！来下一题，下一题，能喷我不喷，哎，就是玩儿。这人在干嘛？你们俩出局了？不是他在干嘛？我不是很理解，
这不知道在干嘛。
不是，
他那个是自动洗，就是自动洗手液。
那为什么他要去舔呢？
他手去了，没出来呀。
我没笑呀，我喝完了呀。不，这是人的干的是吗？
多少愿逆天的人。
我还见过一个更搞笑的，我以为是那个
啊，这更搞笑的是什么？
更搞笑就是中间有更多，他拿更多的东西去试。
还有视频吗？还有视频吗？
应该还有吧？
还有。
你想给你们这么多瓶水
啊？
我都在打。
不会一人喝2瓶吧？
喝完呀。
我在打嗝了啊！
刚刚是那个分追一跟史丹尼是吧？
感觉间隙的时候要笑一笑。
他们应该记的分数，我好像没笑过啊。
是不是只有我跟你还
不是？我觉得不够严格，就是麦的那个明显已经嘴角上扬了啊，就已经算笑了。
你要这样吧？这样 poker face。
不，这嘴角上扬不行，你一定要笑出来才行。
哦，
我
嘴角上扬，
等于我算是憋住了。
兄弟们干了！
我观察量太大了呀，干了。一杯敬自由，一杯敬远方。来，远方的视频，走一个。
儿就是儿，我是我儿爹，我是我爹儿。
爹就是爹，儿就是儿，我是你爹。
哦，重来，爹就是爹。
爹就是爹，儿就是儿，我是你爹。
刚才是小言。
谁？麦德，我听到了啊，鼻息，你可以咽下去了，别憋了。不是这玩意儿能逗笑你吗？哎呦我的天，你的笑点是真的有点低啊，兄弟。
这个视频我没笑啊，我看麦的有点想笑。
不是，你都经历过这个老鸡的洗礼了，还有这个10年脑积水的那个跳，这你也能笑出来？这真的有点不行啊，
很容易笑啊。
不是我也不知道为什么就
笑点很奇怪。
还有啊，
不行，
完了，感觉有点
没了。
看谁进度有点问题啊！
我感觉我们
来
这一瓶得干掉。
你们把我挤出去了，你们稍微让我进来一点。
来了啊！
我感觉刚刚那题每天都在发生啊！我是你爹。
啊，对，
每天
最主要是我们打到他的时候，这个
要不跟我学一遍？
还没有笑过呢
啊！这个目前积分史丹尼最后一个
啊，菲尔盖分最高啊。
我有耳返啊！我听见了，你还没听到了？你在我耳返里说我没有耳返。
我解释一下，刚刚我们那边导播说 A 没有耳返 ，A 说他听到了。
对，有他在我耳返。
你不会是猜的吧？
啊！我这猜的能力是不是也太……
有没有终极难题让我跟 A PK 一把的？我觉得这题我很难。
就是说 A 跟现在菲尔盖2个人是完全没效果的。啊，行，
这难度太低了，说实话。
等一下我挠你们。
来
啊，麦克已经干了啊！
再来，
干了，来。菲尔干这个很像我的中学化学老师，真的很像。我化学老师也从来不笑的。世界奇观龙出水，老干阿石也出局了。你真的好像我的，
看这个。
别着了呀！
哎，还没笑。一个是我物理老师，一个是我化学老师，你们俩兄弟凑一块儿了。
从小我的妈妈告诉我，春天的太阳照亮家。
从小我的妈妈告诉我，
哎，这个我，
哎，你这个人
不是这胜负心太重了，
太重了，这么上瘾吗？
太重了，
不是，他真的就没有那种是让你控制不住的笑呀。哦。那你有点实力啊，有点实力，有点实力。
我下次把这个毛巾拿着
玩。多年德州练出来了。我当我all in了，我就不会笑了。
哎，可以。那现在为止的话，应该你还是最高分。
我跟 A 并列最高呀。是没了是吧？
没了，不知道。我们还有人说还
剩一口，正好剩一口。
那干了，
要不干了吧？
啊，
算了。
哎，我没有参与啊，所以说我现在分
最弱的吧？
第一轮的分呀。
还有加赛
，2个9分的加赛，
我们不是还有加赛，你们加
9分，
来吧，2个9分加赛，
是我们
喝满倒满一杯
啊，量我们就多少无所谓，关键看笑不笑嘛。
不够，我给你加。
主要
2个9分的啊，
差不多就60吧，好吧。
你们这样不笑，生活当中少了很多乐趣啊，你知道吗？
是，就 Fergie 当时的表情，我感觉谁脑血栓好吧？就什么都反应不过来了，
多半要憋出点毛病来啊！
像痴呆了，
这么严肃干嘛嘛，对吧？
来 PK 了啊
！A 的嘴，这个表情我看着想笑。
2个星星，星球崛起，
金刚大战哥斯拉。
他们虽然菜，但丝毫不妨碍他们的热情。
这个福尔干肯定不会笑的，
这个我们动不动就见一次。
对呀。
这也太逆天了吧！
沙漠。怎么还有我
？A 快不行了 ，A 快要不防了。
哎，你看我这唱的多好！
有。
微笑的像尘埃，漂浮在一片无奈。缘分让我们
学学人家这个表情管理。
我没想到为了你，我能疯狂到。
好可爱！
山崩海啸，为了你，看板不相同，看板不相同。我没想到我的大脑脉搏心跳根本不重要。
还不笑？
不是，他把自己进入到一个脑溢血的状态，就已经没有反应了。
这个你走，你走。
这不是奇葩。
莫乃特。
他们虽然菜，但丝毫不妨碍他们的热情。
你们2个是不是有问题？
你们2个入定了吗？
又平局了。你咽下去啊！好恶心啊！
实在咽不下去了。而且含的有点久。
不是，他俩真是有问题。
建
议再加赛一环节。
我是不可能笑的。
评分奖励吧。好吧。评分奖励吧。行吧。握手言和。
一个牛逼，
几个牛逼。
下次德州切磋一下。
脑淤血，你们俩。行，那我们这边刚刚这个环节的话，应该是决出2个最不会笑的，啊，我们的这个 AA 还有菲尔盖。然后刚刚谁笑的最多？麦德老师啊，
肯定是麦德，
是你吧？
不是我分最，
麦德喷的最多呀。
没办法，我
史丹尼竟然比麦德分还低，
那是因为麦德猜的比我
我分也比他低。
这个是跟第一轮累计的
累计的分
是的。然后我们这边的话呢是这个最终有一个惩罚在于我们要踩这个指压板啊，积分倒数的第3名是踩指压板，然后积分倒数的第2名是踩指压板，并且要抽取这个蓝黄两就是我们这边还有一个道具，那有请我们的工作人员先把这个桌子上面的东西先整理一下吧，好吧？
还有不一样的意思。
对，我们这个最后的惩罚环节还是略微有一点点复杂。我们来站前面，来有请到前面来。
你这不能带肚撞人啊！
其实刚刚那几个感觉都还好，没有说什么特别让人想笑的。
我觉得我最后那个
老陈这个表情管理有点受不了。
你在那点头是吧？
那是我的问题。
我早知道我刚跟在你脸上咬啊！ 老陈那个比较搞笑，
确实升
你觉得
级过了。
啊？
可是这个，
哪里好笑？
因为老陈比较克他，
不是很可爱吗？我感觉
就是他那个嘴有一个形状特别像龟，
啾咪，很逗。你受不了这个啊？原来你受不了这个调调，懂了。好，那我们这边的工作人员把我们的道具也是搬上来了啊。接下来的话呢，我们这边是倒数第3名就直接踩指甲板，然后倒数第2名是踩指甲板并且抽取蓝黄2个颜色球，倒数第1名的话呢是踩指甲板并且抽取3个颜色的球。就我们这边球里面是代表了一个动作，就是你在这个过程当中你需要做一些动作在这个指甲板上。
做动作是吧？
是的，这指甲板是可以分开的吧？
那完了，我知道了，红色的肯定是什么爆炸？这个是不是轮流来啊？
你要不要先上去踩一下？你上次没踩过，
不需要
轮流来。
红色踩，
不是你让你试一下嘛？对啊，
我可能永远不想试，
他不想试。
你第几名？
你来吧，你是第
3名。
我为什么要试啊？
你是到主持人
不是主持人不参与这个环节，
主持人是不参与，但是呢，
高。
主持人如果说想更好的给观众介绍这个东西的体验，他一定要自己尝试过，这样有了自己的亲身经历，他的这个东西才有说服力。所以说来吧，
哦，
对吧？要不然你哭，对吧？
我来了，谁是第3上？
哎，你跟我说一下，我主持人第1轮拿了第1，
按理说不应该。
按理说我肯定跟我没关系啊。
对，
这个跟他没关系。
对呀，
那就是除了你之外，
除了我之外的第3名，
三兄弟，
第3名是
对
麦的
3兄弟啊。
分数
来吧，
你们3兄弟啊？
是吗？
他们9分。
对啊，
对，
他们俩9分，
你是6分，我是4分，那是3分。
你是在喝水上吧？
我今天就是你们的
麦德倒数第3，
小哥。
麦德倒数第3的话直接踩上去。
哦，
来抽一块，这应该是可以分开的吧？
我要拖鞋吗？
它应该不是一块吧？
一起踩啊？
那是一起踩到上面的。
这个穿鞋踩还是
要拖鞋？
那先上吧，第3名。
还有穿鞋踩。
那我先。
而且这是我们工作人员说是加强版的，
升级的。
到现在为止
要踩多久啊？
你先踩上去吧。
这是有个
什么意思？
有个学名啊，叫什么小竹笋，是不是？
我们3个人
听说是没有人能在上面真正意义上站着。
我不信，
我不信，麦子是可以。
不信的试试。
麦子开始演了，开始你的表演。不行，好疼。
麦德，你想一想，刚刚看那个视频多搞笑，
多欢乐啊！
你就看笑，你就看他们聊天唱歌，
哎，我想
痛吗？
让麦德含口水，
或者来，你们唱那歌什么？你要跳舞吗？跳一段，
站上去了，
好像
脚跟还好
吧？站立还好，
还行是吧？
脚跟。
不是，你那样没有用的，
一会儿你也要这样，
你是这样，
是吧？
你完了，哎，
就跟洗脚的时候把他的脚在热水里面晃一样。
你们2个一会儿享受一下我的那个马杀鸡。
我不上，
所以说第3名踩上去完了，
还要拿
就完了。
他第3名不用拿上，
我走了，可以了。
不是，我工作人员跟我说一下，你说所有人3个人全部站上去吗？
我要踩多久啊？
好，第3名可以走了，你也可以走了。
你就体验一下嘛，
体验一下吧。
这就
来，
有这么夸张吗？
来，积分倒数第2名踩指甲板并且抽蓝跟黄2个颜色的球，
有点反人类哦。
我以为是
这就是我想看的。来，
时间大一些，
给他球。
刚要让我和 A 看这个，我就输了，应该。
没有这个效果太好。
我直接一脚以为跟上赛季应该差不多，这个差太多了。
一脚油门就踩特色。
快点，受不了了。
其实2个脚上去是
真的把球拿了不给的，
快点！不是受不了了。
他要抽几个？
他要抽几个来着？
不知道，问你是这样，
好像是2，
是2吗？
是2。
哎呀，搞不清这
哦，你赶紧给他2个，他抽2，他抽这个蓝跟黄2个颜色的球。
我抽2个球吗？
抽2个球，抽了打开。
然后呢？
我先来个蓝，
先来一个蓝的。
蓝色是动作球，黄色是次数球。
哦，来我们这儿工作人
黄色不是大师球吗？
黄色搞一个什么999次仰卧起
蹲起10个。
没有10个，就蹲起。
你看是不是蹲起10个？
你还有蹲起，
你这个人有问题。
黄色是次数呀，对啊，动作黄色是次数呀。
不知道，先打开再说吧。
哎，然后一看里面是999个。
我跟你说10个呀，
哎，最多10个。2个，来蹲起啊，标准
那不是11吗？
哎，对啊，11。啊！你给大家展示一下，你给观众展示一下，是11，
确实是11，
这个真的是
对，
这不是镜头呢？
应该是2，应该是2，11有点过分了。
哇，这个巨爽，兄弟们！
可以
下不来了是吧？
哎，很期待阿史啊！
我懂。
阿史踩指甲板，并且要抽取3个颜色的球，就是这个红的、黄的，还有蓝的。
哦，这个指甲板我这辈子不想再来第2次了。
主角，
我感觉确实。
确实有点东西，
你把两个鞋都脱了再上去，这个
哎呦，这个确实有点东西了。
真的吗？
没事的呀，没事的呀。你怎么了？怎么了？怎么了？怎么了？怎么了？
慢点，
三个球是吧？
三个球，
三个球。嗯，快点！哎呦，
我
不是这个真屌的。
整个早上我们看这个不就完了吗？出来了 ，A 不行。
三个球，3个颜色的啊！
我像网球发球一样，先藏裤兜里。
哇，很淡定。
这个看到
啊，这我你自己猜，是不是应该先抽完然后再猜的？哎呦，这个东西这。
什么？
红色双倍卡，
双倍，你已经双倍了。
对，就惩罚翻倍。
然后那边另外还有，
你先开蓝后开黄吧，蓝是动作，黄是次数。 对的。哦，看看啊，这个你让他迈一步，他直接就原地不行了。
我不信，真你敢迈？
受不了了，快点整，快点！
动作是什么？
你们看，
高抬腿。
哎，我们高抬腿，双脚算一次，
就是左脚一次，右脚一次算一次。
受不了了，快点，两次。
啊，4倍，就是4次高抬腿，就是左脚一次，右脚算一次。
那就是左脚
算一次吧？对啊，左右各一脚算一次。
怎么这个真的受不了，兄弟们，我一点不高
抬腿。
一次了，
一共4次，这不是
0.5，0.5，
对，多少？1。
啊，这个你看
1.5，
里面还有个球，真烦。
网球。
2次。2.5，
腿在抖。
你仔细看，手也在抖。
当年结婚都没被这么闹过是吧？2.5。3.5，
不忍心看，
最后一下啊，
好惨啊。
OK，
牛的，
可以。
哦，这个真的，
这个真的那么难受吗？
这个真的，
这样试一下。
这样吧，我们3个没有踩的，一人上去感受一下，
感
同身受一下吧，
真的可以感受一下，很舒服。
感受完你们要跪下来膜拜我，你知道吧？
不是，主要他有准备了，我以为跟上赛季差不多，我一脚就迈上去了。我跟你说，
不是啊，这个感受不能这么感受。
哎，是2秒就受不了了。是，
确实有点东西了，
确实有点东西。来，
哎呦，叫出鸭子叫了！
不是这东西买得到，是我们导播厉害啊！
一起，2人一起吧，
一起。
谁坚持时间长，谁有奖励好不好？哎，这样吧，因为我们刚刚上一个回合不是没有决出冠军嘛？你们2个人谁在上面站的时间久，
是
谁把我们最后的那个奖励拿走
？PK 一下是吧？
哥俩
PK 一下是吧？
是
赢了。这人太烂，你这人也太烂了吧！
真的玩不了啊！
这跟这人玩游戏真没劲儿啊！这你赢了，
不是你是不是有点不太好啊？
我试一下，兄弟们，这种真的
哇！
我都站1小时，你2脚都上来，快点！
不是我自己视频动不是
太强了吧？
不是这个人，
他这个人
笑又笑不出来，踩这个都没感觉，多半是
面部神经坏。
你是不是丧尸啊？
对，太对了，哥，你在这边再走2步，再走2步，
太赢了，
真的这么可怕啊？
真的是丧尸啊！
太赢了，这个没有。
你家地板铺的是
没有。
你是僵尸吗？
没有感觉，不，你再大跳一下，来，那不行，有感觉，但我能忍。哦，这人就是面部神经坏死，脚底板神经坏死，
看不懂。
好，菲尔盖拿所有的奖品啊！
应该干的，
太强了，
真的牛，
太强了，
真的有点疼，但可以忍呀。
不是啊，
哎呀，大家赶紧回忆一下，我跟你讲，你们赶紧回忆一下，平时有没有问菲尔干借过钱，或者有没有得罪过他？就这种人太可怕了，我跟你讲，真的，就你得罪这个人，你哪一天指不定你被套了麻袋。
我忍痛能力非常强，就是痛也是痛，但我可以不表示。太强了，真的啊！
所以一定要问他借钱，他能忍好久。
你这个角度也还可以啊，
可以。
来 A 哥，你别在这坐了，你站上来。
你就踩了2秒就。
好，那我们这边的话呢，也是恭喜啊，这个菲尔干通过这个总积分第1，并且以超强人的这个忍耐能力啊，获得我们今天总积分的第1名。恭喜！同时，我们今天的话会有一个奖品啊，给到你，就是看你这个平时身体应该
挺虚的，
可以把这们工作人员拿过来
补维生素
啊，全给。
恭喜菲尔干获得了这个超级饮料套餐啊，回家1次爽个够
啊！太好了！我平时还挺喜欢喝饮料。 正好我们一人2瓶。
天哪！不是，主要这样的，老板一个人拿不了这么多，我们替老板拿2瓶。
我肯定不会自己喝的呀，待会儿都大家兄弟们分了就
可以。糖分炸弹啊！所以这个东西的话，我肯定不喝的，你们把我那份分了吧。
好。
不是史丹尼，你敢喝吗？现在
再分下来都是我的了。
不是史丹尼，你现在这个肚子都已经挺成这样3个月了吧？
给我个特写，给我个肚子的特写。瞎说有什么好说的？
你别吸气啊！你别吸气啊！
看到没？
这已经是最努力的吸气了，就这样。
可以，结了婚的男人啊，理解理解。好，那我们今天的这个环节到这里就全部结束了。今天也是非常辛苦各位啊，很早我们就来到了这个比赛现场来录制了一个舞蹈，应该是我们差不多9点半的时候好像就。
时代在召唤。
预备起，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，3、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，4、2、3、4、5、6，进来运动，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，3、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，4、2、3、4、5、6，四肢运动，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，3、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，4、2、3、4、5、6、7，停。
出来了。
哦，这波想打，
拉墙3个，水人拨过来。
这个刺接的非常不错，水人是切死了对面的后排双人。哎，这波拉不错，但是没有墙。马尔斯过来反打，立了竞技场，直接秒了一个小强，蓝也死，小强可以买活。正面稳稳开车撞到了黑贤，剑圣再跟进啊，黑贤也被秒，也选择买活。SK 是刚好有大，直接咬大，非常果断，来了，接剑，看伤害够不够，伤害很重，跳过来星落强杀。小小没有被拼掉，PA 上来打输出，开启了 BKB， 但是人马这边没踩出来，直接被拍死了。PA 的伤害是杀死了一个土猫，但是小小伤害更加爆炸。哎，小小这个血量不是很健康，踩住跟剑 PA 输出，有机会秒小小吗？给了一个
伤害哪里有啊？
对，给了一个微光，给了一个套子，这里 PA 伤害确实不够啊。那这波 PA 阵亡，
直接 GG。
我小交锋的话，死一个歪，
看一下
双
这边过
吼。
来一个吼，但是这边好像是有狗钻出来想打一个输出，但是一发影魔配合上骷髅王这边的硬刚，先刚死了一个莱恩。卡尔给冰墙想掩护自己的队友，这波小狗可能要走，但是又是被防给吼住了，可能要被直接砍死。
戴泽藏得很深，这边想找戴哲没找到，
想找戴，但自己反身是被吼了，蓝赶紧一个思想掩护，但是末日这个位置非常的危险，可能是大招都开不出来就要死阵亡。反身拉希克在追人，蓝赶紧扬一下，拉希克还在往前跟，队友再推一下，触发了蓝的永恒之盘。还在往前跟给一个脉冲吸进一个刺两个，但是自己被骷髅王上又是一刀暴击，
这一波叉叉 S 看到卡尔了，
但是有一个末日，旁边大招是先给的斧王，这边拉希克应该是已经过来了。
扬刀拉希克直接想先手杜牧 BKB 时间哦，开启了 BKB 踢走，但是好像踢不走了，
是被留了，杜牧也是阵亡，
卡尔应该走不了，
想走，哎呦被发射也是风暴给收了，
直接打出 GG 了。 开悟想莽一波，看一下右山的半血。
交草苗，反正看一个什么剑圣，赶紧是开了一个分身，末日一脚点效果还不错。
这个转的伤害有点高，20级有天赋，剑圣但是转完之后第一时间没有开出去斩，
开了一个熏风斩，自己身上是还有大斩的，给奶棒。看一下这个残局，颇悠悠水人波上，漂亮队想切一个末日。
水人的这个奶棒没人 A，
末日阵亡，土猫再一个滚，晕住了天怒法师，天怒反身甩了一个大招，这个大招的位置效果一般，后排好像是小小盯住了这边的一个拉奇克，甩了一个变体打击，看一下水人能不能继续跟伤害。拉奇克状态非常的惨，拉奇克也被带走。宙斯是 P 大给了个视野上来决斗到是这边的一个斧王，但反正影魔是给了一发吹风，被小强断了一手，给了一个刺。露娜上来打输出，看一下这边拆莱斯位置顶起了一个 BKB， 第一时间是一个残状的没死，反正这边军团先阵亡。蒙代这边顶输出拍死了 DP。
小强地保控住后排所有的人，熊战士孤立无援，能不能追死这个露娜？
激怒上来硬跟，宙斯赶紧 P。
这边叉叉 S
想断，
是的，叉叉 S 想帮忙，但是跳刀被后面的幻象打断了。
是的，
熊战士回不了头，但是他拼死了，
而且看一下斧王这边一个吼住了宙斯，看一下天怒上来接技能，
已经是最后一个人了。
反身给一个震撼大地是收掉，想动手，他是一个闪灵上来大晕，想要找露娜，
能秒掉吗？
秒掉了，但是露娜是
有买活
的，露娜就要买活，这边看一下天怒阿托斯一套给技能，以外也是一个残局上来震撼大地，收掉了 DP 影魔一个摇大老师也倒下，这波 DP
有否决直接被秒了，
他觉得自己有盘子死不了，但是斧王是有否决的。
反引跟上的话，小强会不会死？这个地方小强好像动不了了。
上来打输出，
打出牌子吼2个，
一个吼断一下，但是这边有个雷云大招也是甩给了小强，斧王想交斩没斩死，但是小强最后还是阵亡。露娜给大招，但是熊战士第一时间这边还在刚打晕了露娜，再一发摇刀，影魔是买活赶到战场 ，BKB 直接一个摇大，看一下露娜的一个位置状态非常的惨，开分身想要跟斧王再一个吼，挡不住了，露娜也倒下。
哎，走过去，
先手羊，
先卖个盾，但是他 BKB 好像有，直接解了一下。哎 ，VT 末日使者没开出 BKB，被决斗，完了，末日使者被秒。
双
锤，2个锤，小歪怎么说？决斗，
双决斗，
没开出 BKB，好像要被秒。
箭射2个一起死 ，double kill。
小鹿是被小是直接秒了，小歪上来的话。
也是被2刀直接秒掉，
在3个大汉面前有点尴尬，他没有 BKB 的。
巨魔战将开大狂撸，
微光是看不见死问了，现在继续给输出，加了一个魔晶有攻速的，硬追吗？来吧，有力吗？还差一下，
没有回头路了，也是一波单杀，但是 TA 赶了过来，一个陷阱减速减到。
火女下个 P 好像快好了，有点危险，跟3号位1换1的话。看一下，
菲菲还在苟着，还
是别交 TP 的吧，交 TP 的话容易 TP 死。
大王，
能不能换掉？
漂亮，这就是战神菲菲，
天火
水接天火，没砸到，
但是还差，虚空给大，反手想杀火女下来，再接一个 T， 虚空疯狂的输出，这波，交了个大还是死了。这边，虚空大2个，大3个，谁有大想救一下卡尔，莱斯直接被决斗。但是这样的话没有输出能杀虚空了呀，放大吗？这样有机会。
大天火DB，这3连
再蹦出来，来买活到，这回是真没输出，技能交了好多了。
萧瑟还是没危险，军团还是在给 T。
看这波 IG 要溃败了，要团灭。
这波 IG 已经所有技能全没了，输大法了这一波。
这波打完都有点想记了，说实话。
是的，
这买活死，
有买活死的，而且还有就是。
还剩10秒，请夜眼方禁用英雄，请天辉方禁用英雄。请夜眼方禁用英雄。还剩10秒，还剩5秒。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, and other creatures of the wild. Welcome to some CNDPC Lower Division Dota 2 action. Our second series of the day, Dragon versus Extreme Gaming. Both of these teams desperately want this victory. Dragon more than Extreme, but if Dragon do win, then they are tied, I believe, with Extreme. If Extreme win, then they become tied with someone else. I had the scoreboard up. I can't believe I minimized this every single time.
You are correct.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second series. I'm your play-by-play party, PD, and with me is Nef Sensei. We got some spicy CN Dota action for you. Broodmother being first phase banned, but as per usual, let's get off of our beautiful face cams and into the game. Go get our nice Phoenix transition there too.
Let's do it. It should be an interesting one. You know, Dragon have not won a single game yet, Pete.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. They are 0-8. That is very sad to look at.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Yeah, disheartening to say the least. This one is incredibly important for them, not only to stay out of the getting eliminated from this tournament, but eliminated from the DPC, but for their pride. I mean, you can't just go through the DPC lower division without winning a single game. So I imagine this one is pretty important to them. Also, keep in mind that you end up in the bottom 2. You get absolutely no prize money. $0 going your way for all of your effort, all of your matches played. So winning some games here, very important. You know, Extreme, I think if they can win this one, we'll put them at 2 victories, which I think will probably keep them out of relegation, out of
correct.
The
Put them in the middle bracket to where they'd be safe coming into the season 3 after, I imagine, the major and supposedly TI. Unless there's seasoned qualifiers, right? Because they said there are no international open qualifiers.
Yeah, that would
seasoned qualifiers.
Be weird.
I
don't know. I think that I think lower division teams will have a shot at going to the international. I think so, anyways. I think everyone who's in the DPC gets to fight for a spot. Anyways, rather than talking about who's going to go to the international, let's talk these drafts now. First ban, they get rid of the Broodmother. I think Dragon and Extreme were watching the match earlier, Aster Aries against Demon Slayers, and thinking, all right, this Broodmother better not have given them any ideas. They banned that one out. They just don't want to deal with it. They pick up Snapfire, they pick up Dark Willow. And the other side, Extreme, they take Tusk and Centaur. So Tusk looking to play fairly aggressive, and of course Centaur, one of the staples of this patch. Very, very bulky offlaner. Loves building a Vanguard right now. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's an excellent counter to Phoenix and a couple other heroes. Great for disengaging and resetting fights or getting on top of people. Jumping in the back line, which is okay here, but I would say that it's...
I mean, we saw it in last game that it's not extremely reliable at most times, because even in this game, you're looking at it now.
I don't mind it here. I take back my statement. Against the Dark Willow, against the Snapfire, I think it's pretty good. I rescinded immediately. Is that allowed?
Yeah, you're allowed to have a false opinion.
A false opinion.
I mean, we saw it last game. If there's the right kind of stuff to slow down the Centaur's kit, then there shall be. But with these two supports being picked up off the get-go, I mean, Centaur does, in fact, feel like a very safe opener pick. Plus, you know, they got the Tuskar, so like you're saying, they want to play aggressive. And Centaur is a perfect fit. Timbersaw is also the perfect response.
Yeah,
and AA is also the perfect response.
AA is pretty good. It's not insane against any of the heroes. It's okay against the Timbersaw. I wouldn't say it's like a straight up counter pick. Of course, he gets out of the cold feet pretty easily. He doesn't really care about the magic damage that Ancient Apparition can do. Yes, you stop his regeneration with his Ice Blast, but outside of that, it's a mediocre pick. Centaur against the Timbersaw, Tusk against the Timbersaw, not great. It does stop them picking a couple things on the side of Dragon, though. There's a preemptive Ancient Apparition pick. Troll Warlord, of course, hates playing against it. We saw that one earlier. Just absolutely decimated him, stopping him from being able to heal back up, especially underneath his ultimate, really ruins his game. Morphling is another really big one that you think of when you think Ancient Apparition, but that one has already been banned out by Dragon. Alchemist hasn't really been a hero since the nerfs to Grievo's Greed.
Yeah, that's fallen off pretty effectively here. And the Faceless Void is actually going to be the response.
Yeah, I wouldn't... That might have been a deny pick. I would have liked that on the side of Extreme. It's a really good Ice Blast setup. You're able to take down some big targets with that one. They take Spectre instead. Another super hard late game carry. Can survive the Faceless Void as well. Tough for Faceless Void to actually just blow up the Spectre inside the Chronosphere.
This is a perfect Viper game, I think, for Dragon. If they wanted to take Viper, this would actually fit so well with their draft.
It breaks a couple of heroes. They still have their mid available. I think it pairs pretty well with the Faceless Void. I wouldn't be surprised if Extreme banned that out.
Yeah, it has to be. It's not like the S tier, though, I imagine. Like, they probably won't immediately think about it off the get-go. But yeah, the breaks are huge. The slow as well. Spectre's very hard to more or less try to get disengages at the very beginning. At the in the laning phase, the closest thing you really have is just Spectral Dagger, and I mean, you don't want to be throwing daggers just to get away from a Viper every time. You can't harass either. I mean, I say that though, Viper would be mid, unless you run Timbersaw mid and you pick him to be aggressive in the offlane, which is also a very possible thing.
Yeah, they could deny pick or pick up a Viper for themselves on Extreme. It's always an option.
That is true. Nether Toxin's about the same circle size as Chrono without the level 25, I believe. That's where the increased Chrono circle is.
No, Chrono's definitely a little bit big. It'll almost touch him on his hero model on all edges, though. Yeah, they get rid of Invoker next. Makes sense. You don't want to deal with Cataclysm. Cataclysm, Chronosphere is way too big. Depending on the Storm Spirit next. That makes me think that they wouldn't pick up the Viper.
It is true that Dragon are lacking a little bit of pick off the back line, more or less.
No, it was Dragon that banned out the Storm Spirit.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like they are probably still lacking a little bit here because Timbersaw is great, but it's just there's a lot of ways you can negate Timbersaw. You have the Tusk in this game already too, so you have Snowball.
Yeah. You don't really have a lot of backline on Extreme. The only person you'd be jumping on is the Ancient Apparition. Tusk's going to be running at you. Spectre's going to be running at you or jumping your backline. Centaur is going to be at the front of the fight.
Centaur's already on top of you. I want to imagine that they're figuring out whether or not it is the Viper themselves. They could... I was thinking Arc Warden as well, but you don't want to run Arc Warden on the side of Extreme. You've already got so much farm that you need to put on the Spectre in order to win. But this mid also needs to be a hero that can buy that time. Queen of Pain isn't ideally the first one that comes to mind, but it's way better.
Yeah, it's good against it's good against the Timbersaw. It does tons of burst damage. They're playing against a Templar Assassin in the mid lane. Viper would have been a better pickup here, but I doubt they would have picked the TA if they were playing against a Viper. So they have their work cut out for them here. TA really needs to pop off for them to win this one. I wouldn't favor one team over the other super hard here. Both teams have, had a lackluster performance against some of these super strong teams. LBZS, Magma, Phoenix, CDEC.
The Titans of the lower division.
Yeah, all very scary teams.
Yeah, that's well, at least they're the latter half of the week is the quote unquote less stressful set.
Less stressful later.
well,
We got
I guess-
May 9th, LBZS versus Phoenix. That is a very stressful match.
I meant for these other teams that are 0-4, 0-5.
Yeah, they had to play against some
0-6.
really good teams at the start of the DPC season 2. But
I mean, that's always scary. Like, what did we have? We had Magma versus Dragon, the Phoenix versus Extreme. We've seen a lot of these drafts before too, because we've at least 6 of these teams we've casted before, and then actually 7 technically because we casted LBZS in Perfect World Season 3.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you did. I was busy when that one was happening at the time.
dang,
I think,
NA.
Yeah.
Always take on our Neff.
Well, I think I was there for one game, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. Was it? I made a guest appearance at Perfect World League Season 3, but that's about it. But this this match should be close. I think I slightly favor.
I mean, the new Faceless Void is actually just not a. It's not a thing to sort of just like toss out the window and be like, yeah, whatever. Too.
I'm gonna toss it out the window and say, yeah, whatever.
Okay, because I was thinking Extreme was gonna win too, so whatever. I like Tusk. Like Tusk just has much better engage potential. Sure, you've got a Photic Shield on this Templar Assassin, but you actually have a lot of dot damage, more or less, that can break through the shield. You've got the Quap Dagger. You've got. I don't know if Return can do it. I think if Return has enough damage, it'll put some down.
Return definitely does anything over 5 damage.
Okay, then yeah, Return does it. The AA Shard will do it. I mean, I don't think Sigil does deal damage.
No, it doesn't.
It's not going to be the Tusk, and then you've got Spectre Return as well.
That one won't. That one I don't think affects
Oh
refraction.
right, because that's direct return damage. So yeah, it wouldn't. Oh, I said a Photic Shield again. Whatever.
Did you?
What actually is it called?
What dispersion on Spectre?
No, TA shields.
Refraction.
Refraction. Thank you. Yeah, I did say a Photic Shield again.
Weak.
Sorry, I don't see many TAs nowadays.
I mean, when you see them, they pop off. This one should be an interesting matchup, though. It's not fun playing TA into the Quap, though. You get hit by that Shadow Strike. Spam off onto you. She's going to use a Scream level, which doesn't get that last hit with it. He actually does manage to get the deny, so a nice start. The fact that she put that first point into Scream. Didn't get the last hit with it. I don't think got that one either on Storm.
Yeah,
he screamed twice and didn't get either last. Oh my god. Game is ruined. 2 screams, 0 last hit?
I mean, it looks like they're actually at an XP matching, though. I believe they've... Because this other range creep is still alive. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of matching it overall.
No, your lane is... You spent so much mana trying to secure early
Top
CS
lane,
and
though.
got neither of them.
Aqua in trouble. And there's that... Alright, well, Timber Chain will claim the first. This is good. You want your Timbersaw to be having all this farm, especially against the Spectre lane. The quicker you're able to burst down the Spectre before she's level 6, the better. Even then, 6 doesn't even do anything.
It's actually pretty easy for Spectre to stand her ground once she's got the Blade Mail. Timbersaw does not like dealing with Blade Mail and Spectre. A lot of the damage returning with Dispersion as well.
Blade
Bottom
Mail,
lane.
Chipped Vest.
Yeah.
The other one. Possessed Mask is another good one.
Yeah.
Mostly Chipped Vest.
Chipped Vest.
I think every time I've seen a Spectre game, it has been the Chipped Vest that dropped. Coincidence? I don't think so.
We'll see.
Calling it now. Chipped Vest is going to be the 3rd item that drops.
All right. Pete's got his prediction. You wouldn't want to look foolish in front of all these viewers, would you?
Are you kidding me? I breathe foolish.
It's true. Ghost dropping very low, pops his stick. Yeah. So they got 1 point in his reactive armor right now. So very easy for them to zone them from the lane still. Centaur.
Once he's 3, it'll be a whole different story.
Yeah. Centaur managed to find some last hits under the tower. They shoved that one in a little bit far. Also had their pole blocked for a little while there, but does end up dewarding that.
Storm is actually so far behind. TA is now like 4.5. Storm just only got 4.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you have so much more mana right now in the mid lane, thanks to the water runes. Bottle is just way more value. It feels way better as anyone who spams skills in mid. But regardless of that, those 2 screams at the start that the Queen of Pain whiffed and didn't get last hits with, just kind of ruins your lane. Templar Assassin has a significant advantage off of just that. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but you end up spending so much mana early on to get nothing from it.
I mean, you see it as a result of this. Karker is running around for the time being. He might be trying to get a snowball run in, but he needs to find a good angle. He's going to walk on top of a rune, though, or ward. I say that, though, Karker. He's actually spec the shards here. This is much better. He's able to put out some decent damage. There is a support nearby. They just can't quite get him. He's already gotten so much. It's level 5. Although Ghost up in the top lane will hit the cold feet there. Not really concerned, though. He's level 3 now, so he's got his level 2 in reactive. Water rune's going to remain uncontested. Bounty runes are still live, though, as well.
Yeah. I've seen people start to deny these ones a little bit more. It's much easier for the mid to move over and grab those at 3 minutes into the game now.
Ain't in trouble here, and gets cookied on, as well as the follow-up damage. The zip in. Not really the zip, but time walk forward. Ghost, though, under the same sort of scenario, but not enough
The zip
damage.
away.
They will throw out the shards, but, I mean, Ghost isn't really concerned about this one. He's a big, durable boy. Spikes his Q. Just rips in.
Walks away. It's just that easy. TA rotates back into the mid lane. It's level 6 available. So it's putting down these traps. Queen of Pain probably not wanting to rotate in. Yeah,
I mean,
there's a Dark
not
Willow.
6 yet. Like, Dragon are dominating this this early phase. Early stage, everything. Laning is very hard for them. For Extreme, that is. They're behind with 2 kills. Your TA is sitting at 44 CS in comparison to your opposing safe sitting at 32. It looks like I thought they were gonna keep chasing on that one, but maybe with the TA trap appearing behind them, being otherwise. Storm does have 6 though. We'll jump in and they're actually just gonna click down the Dark Willow to get the kill there. So still a little bit good for them because Karker's sitting in the mid for the time being, soaking up XP as long as they can. They might have a little bit of a laggy pause there, I imagine.
Looked like a microphone issue or something. Playing with his headset for a second. Looks like they're good to go.
I play with my headset every day. There's no microphone on it, so you know. It's not a viable excuse is what I'm saying on my side of things. I should get one of those mics, though. Apparently, there's really good headsets that have those, like, broadcaster mics plugged into them.
Nah, they're no good.
Yeah, I'll keep sporting my, I totally not going to sell out in the middle of the DPC tournament, so I'm not going to say who it is that I have.
Let's see. Double damage room?
Top. Oh, my goodness. This Dark Willow is actually ripping into Aqua. Actually hit Karker for a lot of damage here.
I don't think he's got the range. Not quite anywhere. Lost vision him. It's nighttime.
Well, we're looking at this top lane, though. Ghost got 18 stacks. He's level 3 with reactive. He is having a great time. Not much that OOQ is going to be able to do against this one. The Centaur does pick up the Vanguard. As per usual in this patch, it is first to item Vanguard Centaur every time. I don't think you buy anything else.
I mean, it's too good right now. They reduced the cost of the Vitality Booster. You don't have to pay a recipe. They buff the Vanguard. You just walk in the tower. You don't have to give a care in the world right now on the Centaur. Making it just 100 gold cheaper and a little bit better makes it feel so much better. Faceless Void can't really do anything. The armor up the face's body rather than give minus armor the Centaur here. They try to chase down Centaur, but
Chrono, but with a quad TP down to the bot here, they're gonna let it go for the time being. That does leave OOQ by himself here while Ghost keeps on diving on him. Down in the bot though, you do see the Snapfire in a bit of trouble, trying to cookie his way out of the shards, unable to do so. Back up in the top lane, OOQ having trouble of his own. Ghost trying to chase him down here with very low mana, but still sitting at max regen here. He's gonna try to go for it one more time. Can get the chains in time. Throws out the dagger. He's trying to juke him around the trees, and they will end up dedicating Stampede for this. However, Dark Willow nearby, jumping around. They will throw out the Bramble Maze, but she goes up instead of going down. OQ is out of there.
Now, I'm curious if this Spectre is going to use Haunt to get back to the lane faster and continue to farm, or he'll walk away.
Might be thinking about it.
Yeah, walking is way better. Walking is way better. This is if this is a 2014 or 15 game, it's all about farm efficiency. You lose the least time there.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen Spectre ulting just to get back to the creep wave. I feel like that puts him in a terrible position.
It's an efficiency thing. It definitely makes you super susceptible. It makes your entire team really weak. Not being able to try to fight around with the Spectre ultimate, it's just way more worth it for you to not drop the ult. But does dagger out of the base to get out slightly faster. Templar Assassin having an amazing game so far. Again, Storm made a couple of mistakes early on in the laning phase.
It's 1500 from Blink. Like this TA is gonna be pumping. Like you were talking about, it's either TA is pumping or she is not. And this is the pumper.
The pump.
It is the pump.
Yeah. Really inflating the net worth of the team. That pump.
Sir, why do you do this to me? Let my weird statements just go.
No.
Instead of bringing them all up later to act like it's a meme.
Act like it's a meme. It's always a meme. You wanna talk other things into this game? Sure. You talk yeah, let's talk Tusk. Looking for kill bottom lane here. I don't think that him and Centaur are gonna be able to set anything up by themselves. They do have a Queen of Pain, like very good burst potential there. She has her ultimate available. I would be surprised to see her quickly TP down to the bottom lane. She might walk down there. I think, yeah. You walk Queen of Pain down to the bottom lane. You leave your Ancient Apparition mid for a little while to soak up XP, get his level 6. Use this ultimate to define themselves a kill. I mean, they've gotten the stun. They've got setup.
Guess we're going to face cam for a little bit there.
Yeah. Are we going to face cam?
Yeah, I have swapped us already to face cam.
Let's see.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh.
Just assume if they do it, I'm going to do it.
Okay. Got it.
Well, now I don't remember what we were talking about, except for the fact that Tusk is literally right there. About to
potential
make a
rotation for Queen of Pain to rotate to the bottom. I don't think Centaur and the Tusk are able to do things by themselves.
Well, I imagine they have to, right? Like Quap needs to get kills. It's basically the same scenario of like if there was a puck in the game. As soon as the ult is up, you want it to be off cool. You want it to be on cooldown. Without, just pressing your buttons on a
Yeah, you want to be able to just get yourself some kills with that one, get control over the map, pressure some of these towers using that ultimate. So, see if Queen of Pain is able to rotate down there. And again, Ancient Apparition also needs to soak up some levels. He's pretty under leveled at the moment because he's been roaming around. When Queen of Pain drops the ultimate, though, it makes it a little bit harder to pressure the Timbersaw, threaten the Timbersaw, punish him for diving. So, that reason, it's a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna be able to, like. What's their answer to this Timbersaw? There's no Spirit Vessel carrier. Like you don't vessel AA, you don't vessel Tusk, you Solar Crest Tusk.
Picking up you mean pick up a Solar Crest on Tusk?
Yeah.
Or you mean carry a Spirit Vessel? Carry a Spirit Vessel?
Carrying a Spirit Vessel. I don't think Tusk does that.
Yeah, he does. He does it just fine. If he doesn't, Queen of Pain could always pick it up. It wouldn't be awful on Tusk, though. You don't farm that well, so it takes it a while for you to get to it. But Tusk, he probably wants to focus on getting a Solar Crest instead. Solar Crest feels a lot better. The build up to that item is like really good right now.
Even with that light little nerf.
Yep.
Might have update.
Update is it might be a bit of a longer pause, which gives us I can talk about all sorts of things. All right, I can talk about.
Don't do it.
It's not going to be anime. I know you thought it was going to be anime. But I was going to talk about the Radiant Prophet competition. If anyone hasn't done this so far, we're currently on week number 2 that this one is out. I'm going to drop this one in the chat. You get to predict various things that are happening inside the upper division games. If you end up scoring the top 3, you win a cool merch bundle, which includes various Dota plushies or a hat. I don't know how you guys like your hats.
No, that's me.
That's me. Pete. Just Pete.
Nobody else in the chat likes hats. That's just me. I could talk about hats in Dota every day, all day.
Yep. So each of you have the opportunity to lose to me, who ended up coming in first last week.
Second
match, it was first place. Let's be real.
I
tied for first. Once they end up doing,
the record says.
I don't want to hear it. I am the most correct analyst in the world. All right, nobody could match my genius. But yeah, if you guys want to, you're welcome to test your luck against me in this upcoming week. But I plan on hoarding all the plushies with my correct predictions. And we also have a chance to talk about.
This is Neff, by the way. Who, if anybody wants to hunt him down, it says right under his name over there, right under his picture.
We also have the chance to talk about some of the standings and potential things that can happen in this tournament going forward. Phoenix Gaming all but has secured their victory. They've got 2 more matches to play. One of them is going to be against LBZS, which is, I think, the second place team, one of their top contenders.
Yeah, that'll be the big deciding fight for sure.
Yeah. If LBZS lose that one, that creates a
big multi-way possible tie here.
Yeah.
So that'll make it 4-2 for LBZS.
Yeah, that makes a 4-way tie for second place, and then everything will be decided in the last 2 weeks. So,
well, CDEC are 3-2. See, the thing is that LB. Oh, I heard a ping. The thing is that LB would be 4-2, and CDEC would be 3-2, and Magna would be 3-2.
Do we have
they don't have any other games?
Do we have the production skills to pull up the standings?
Are you asking me to just get a? I could just get a. I could just
Paint and just draw everything in. Now.
I can't MS Paint that right now, sir. That's gonna be hard.
There is an update. Dragon has lost the match due to player violation, and it's going to be a 2-0 win to Extreme Gaming. Everybody.
Yeah, this is a an interesting scenario, but I mean, rules are the rules. Yeah. So to reiterate again, Dragon has def lost due to a player violation, meaning it is a 2-0 for for Extreme. All right. Well, looking at this draft now, then is that Extreme would be then at 2-3, which sets them in still a safe position.
Hold on. I feel like we need to touch back on the fact that they just def lost. That is insane. Partway into the match as well. I'm not sure exactly what.
I mean, we went through the whole draft, and we've been in the game for what? It's been like 8 minutes, right? We were at 8 minutes.
Yep. This is the only information that I have to go on at the moment, everybody. If I get any more updates as we go along, I'll let you know. But at the moment, there's just a 2-0 win for Extreme. They can't field a player right now on the side of Dragon.
Yeah, so we'll then try to keep you guys updated on that. I guess the best way to see how that gets updated is, I don't want to be like, follow Neff's Twitter, but
no, for any information, you guys can follow the Perfect World Twitter. I believe it is at PW RD_Dota2 for updates on this one.
Yeah, we don't really. Yeah, that's all we can really throw out there. So I guess with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is then the end of the stream. There are no other games, I believe, after this. There is no upper division game tonight / this morning. So yeah, with that being said, Neff, is there anything you would like to say on the way out?
That's all I have. There's no further CN DPC matches. A fun time casting Aster Aries versus Demon Slayers earlier tonight, and it's a shame I couldn't see this one out. But
yeah, this was a very important match for both teams here, so it'll be an interesting one for sure. But yeah, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, follow the Perfect World Twitter, see if there's any updates coming off of this. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching the CNDPC lower division action here on the Perfect World Esports channel #2. We will see you next time for some more Dota 2 action. There will be a set of games tomorrow, so don't go. I was gonna say don't go far. Obviously, it's in exactly 21 hours from now. Yeah, go home, go to bed. A game on this channel will be up in 20 hours and 28 minutes. So we'll see you tomorrow for some more Dota 2 action. This is Neff and Party PD signing off.
但其中跃动的记忆无比火热，勇士联赛再度开启，呼朋唤友，挑战极限。信任与配合是 DOTA 2不变的主题，更由 Plus 助手带你快速上手游戏。也许曾离开，但全世界的玩家都期待你的归来。DOTA Plus，DOTA 2的新时代。
之星升起，云开日出，垂落全路。你也想来赶吗？放马过来！让晴天烈火点亮天空。
所以我把他们全部解决了喽。
你被拒活了。黑暗夜行。
下一回穿暖和一点。
孝敬我的不是的力量。天降炼狱。
时代在召唤。